The people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders.
That's assault, that's assault, break that, pop that there, that's assault, that's assault, break that, pop that chair here. These people are going to eject you from this line. That's assault, that's assault, it is, you cannot touch me like that. Oh, I will be telling you exactly what happened. Break that, these people are going to eject you from this line. That's assault, that's assault. We have video of her just touching. Out of that chair, I will, excuse me. Excuse me, break that, that's assault. Excuse that chair, you cannot touch me like that. Break that, break that, break that, that's break that. Oh, I will be telling you, break that, that's assault. That's assault, that's assault. Break that, that's assault. That chair here. We have video of her just, these people are going to eject you from this line. Out of that chair, I will assault. It is incredibly appropriate. I will, you cannot touch me like that. That's assault. Break that, stop that chair here. You cannot touch me like that. It is incredible. That's assault. Break that. That's assault. Break that. Stop that chair. Stop that chair. Stop that chair. These people are going to eject you from this line. Break that. That's break that. Break that. That's assault. Break that. Break that. Oh, I will. That's assault. That's assault. Oh, I will be telling you exactly what happened. Stop that chair. That's assault. Break that. That's assault. Break that. Break that. Stop that chair. These people are going to eject you from this line. That's assault. That's assault. It is. You cannot touch me like that. Oh, I will tell you exactly what happened. Break that. Break that. These people are going to eject you from this line. That's assault. That's assault. We have video of her just touching. Out of that chair, I will be. Excuse me. Excuse me. Break that. That's assault. Excuse that chair. You cannot touch me like that. Break that. Break that. Break that. Break that. Break that. That's break that. Break that. Oh, I will be telling you. Break that. Break that. That's assault. That's assault. That's assault. Stop that. Break that. That's assault. Stop that chair here. We have video for just how these people are going to eject you from this line. Out of that show, I will assault. It is incredibly appropriate. I will. You cannot touch me like that. That's assault. Break that. Stop that chair here. You cannot touch me like that. It is incredible. That's assault. Break that. That's assault. Break that. Stop that chair. Stop that chair. Stop that chair. These people are. These people are going to eject you from this line. Break that. That's break that. That's assault. Break that. Break that. Oh, I will. That's assault. That's assault. Oh, I will. That's assault. 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 Oh, I will. That's assault. 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 Oh, I will be telling you. That's assault. 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 Oh, I will be telling you exactly what happened. Stop that chair here. That's assault. Break that. That's assault. That's assault. Oh, I will be telling you. That's assault. That's assault. Oh, I will be telling you. That's assault. 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 Oh, I will. That's assault. 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 That's assault.
Now more than ever, its importance is felt throughout the business and social world. Today, success of the highest order requires the personal confidence that comes from a working knowledge of good manners. We invite you to venture into the world of etiquette training at the highest level. Marjabelle Young Stewart, the woman Newsweek magazine has called the Empress of Etiquette, has taught etiquette to all of America, on TV talk shows and through her more than 14 books. She brings to you...
Pause it. We have to go back. This is not the Countess de Lesseps. Who is this Wonky Beach? What did they say her name was? It was too long. It was very long.
Comes from a working knowledge of good manners.
Let's see.
We invite you to venture into the world of etiquette training at the highest level. Marjabelle Young Stewart, the woman you...
Marjabelle Young Stewart is the highest level of etiquette training. I'm the most educated in etiquette in all of Australia. What's her deal? How do you become top etiquette lady? Did she like train the Rock of Love bus girls? Like what are her qualifications? I have so many questions for Marjabelle Johnson Stewart. What's her name? That doesn't even match her face. Like that doesn't look like that's her name. Marjabelle. I don't know. It feels weird. I want Countess de Lesseps. I don't think this woman is fit to teach me etiquette. What happened? Marjabelle was queen of the couth. Queen of the cooch. Elbows off the table. Elbows off the table. Yeah. And I thought it was because my grandma didn't want to see my psoriasis on my elbows, but it turns out it was something else. Somebody came on the channel and told us why, and it literally went in my head and out my ass. I cannot for the life of me remember why we take our elbows off the table. Is it so they won't see our tatas? People are being fucking weird today, Ernie. You're right. It is. Can I be honest with you guys? On a 1 to 10, so far today's been a 2. It's been a piss ass 2. It's been terrible. I've been so upset. Everything's gone wrong. But now I'm here with you guys, so it's time to at least have a little respite. You know, restless as well. And I've been restless because, you know, he's my baby boy and we have to go in and get him some medications and a shot. And if he's anything like his mama, which he's exactly like me because he was born from me. Yeah, he hates that. I don't think anyone likes shots, but he fucking hates it. So I'm very sad and very scared for him. And I just hope it all works out. It's going to be fine. And hello, Tish. Hello. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Claudia, thank you for being here. I saw Rabbit was here. Rabbit. It's so nice to see everybody. Medieval times where you'd flip a table over. Oh, I feel like I've done that before. Like sat down at like some shitty park bench and flipped some shit. It's okay, Marjorie Taylor Greene or whatever her name is. Satan, from now on, you are Marjorie Taylor Greene, etiquette teacher from Georgia. My grandparents were very strict about washing my hands and no elbows on the table. Yep. Get your fucking elbows off the goddamn table. And they cuss when they tell you to. And it's like, there, watch your mouth. There's children afoot. Well, let's see what this grimace-like woman has to tell us about etiquette, shall we?
Newsweek magazine has called the Empress of Etiquette, has taught etiquette to all of America, on TV talk shows and through her more than 14 books. She brings...
Okay, let's stop there. You think all of America, like so many people back then, I'm sure, they've read her 14 books. I don't even think all of America's read one book, let alone 14 of Marjorie Taylor Amherst Green, etiquette extraordinaire, or whatever her name is, brucellosis. I'm kids being a snotty pants. That's fine. Other etiquette trainers will say forearms are okay, but elbows off is always best. What about tits on the table? Can you put your tits on a table? Back in the potato famine, our tits rested on the table. We need to get back to Irish hymns. Those were the days. Hello, Pet Sanford FBI Y2K survivor. How are we doing? My dad always walked on the outside of me too. Yes, I follow 3 feet behind Dylan with my head down. Just to be safe. I don't want to offend anybody. But the second I sit at a table, tits are out. This woman, closing your eyes and walking feels like bad etiquette.
Thanks to you now, the course she teaches to top-level executives.
Okay, if there's anything I know about top-level executives in the 80s and 90s, it's that they literally sexually assaulted every woman they saw. And now I know where they learned it. Thanks a lot, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
The table is ready, and the candles are lit, as they always would be before the guests entered the dining room.
Hold on. I'm sorry. We're never going to get through this one. Because she's just started a poem.
As they always would be before the guests...
No, go back.
The table is ready, and the candles are lit.
If you look at me, I'll take a big shit.
As they always would be before the guests entered the dining room.
And as I always would be before I take my tits out and go, toot, toot. I'm so tired.
Oh, and our guests are going to be here any minute.
The correct posture at the table is erect but relaxed.
Okay. So that guy's rock hard? That's not etiquette. You shouldn't be hard at the table.
One thing you want to remember about eating delicate soup is don't slurp. All you need to do is bring...
Pause it. What is delicate soup? What's delicate soup? Is this bitch talking about gazpacho? Excuse me, ma'am. The dead form. Are you talking about gazpacho? StreamYard. Oh, this is horrible.
Bring the soup.
Oh, wow. StreamYard. Really? Okay, I see what you did there. StreamYard, guess what they did? Okay, don't say cream or bisque on my channel ever again. Listen, I have to reload. Consomme is delicate, I think. That's the fucking shirt. I don't know if this is going to play while I'm gone, but Hudson's in charge. Satan, you're in charge. I'll be right. Satan and Pat Sanford, FBI, you're in charge. And Fuzzy Lou. Actually, you're all in charge. Everyone's in charge. I have to reload this because it's turned everything white. I'll be right back. Well, you know what? Fuck StreamYard, dude. What is going on? What is going on? Oh, man. Oh, man, that was the longest wait. You know what? You guys deserve this. I'm so sorry. You fuck StreamYard. I can't handle it. It's making me... Ooh.
First off, OJ did it.
Okay, so there's that. And I feel like we very much need this.
Hell yeah, fucking bitch. I ain't really have no reason to say that. I just ain't said it in a while, and it hit me, and I needed to say it, and I needed it to be said for other people to hear it. So there it is, y'all. Y'all heard me say that. And it's been a while since I've been upset and turned up and saying ignorant shit. It's been a long, I ain't gonna say it's been a long time, but it's been a while, man. Like I say, it's been a while since I thrown a rock or anything, man, did anything ignorant, man. And it's been a while since I cussed me a motherfucker out, man. So just to say, hell yeah, you fuck ass bitch, that feel good, man. It felt good. It's 6:30 in the morning, man. And sometimes you just need to get that shit out, man. You cuss you a motherfucker out. No reason, man. No reason at all. I ain't got no reason to be mad, but hell yeah, you fucking bitch.
It's been a while since I've thrown a rock at someone, actually. Maybe I will. Maybe I should. In fact, I know I should. I have no doubt in my mind that I should be throwing more rocks. Because, there's so many people I'd like to bonk with a rock. Maybe not like a boulder, but just a good, like, little pebble. Just get him in the dome. It's like, what are you doing? Like, just boom, fling, think. Something like that. Just a little rock to the dome. Let him know what's up. It's been a minute. I haven't done that in a long time. Kick a dude in the nuts who deserves it? Oh, which is horrible. It's a mean thing to do, but to someone who deserves it, oh, gratifying. Just boom, you just got kicked in the nuts. You know? I know there's dudes on the internet that pay you to kick them in the nuts. We just got to find them. As soon as we find them, this channel's going to take off. I'll tell you what.
We had a lot of fun tonight with mental illness.
Okay. And this is how I've been feeling lately.
So he comes up to the 8th floor and we go into the stairwell and I said, let's go up to the roof. He's like, what? I said, let's go up to the roof. He goes, I don't think I want to go up to the roof. I said, yeah, come on, let's go. He said, I'm uncomfortable going up to the roof. And I said, why?
You think I'm going to throw you off the roof?
Come on, let's go. We'll talk up there.
It's a nice day.
He goes, I don't want to go to the roof. I said,
get up on the fucking roof.
Get up on the fuck. Wait. Oh my God. I almost forgot. Get up on the fucking roof. Get up on the fucking roof. There it is. Get up on the fucking roof. Get up on the fucking roof. Wait a minute. Hold on. Get up on the fucking roof. Oh my God.
Get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Big boy ain't getting on the roof. Never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Big boy ain't getting on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy drill on the roof. Never seen a big boy drill on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy drill on the roof. Big boy drilling on the roof. Big boy drilling on the roof. Big boy ain't drilling on the the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Big boy ain't driving on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. How you do it like that? Damn, you got titties on your back. Driving on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Shit, big boy get loose. Shit, big boy get loose. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never, oh shit, he's going on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy hop on the roof. How you do it like that? Shit, you just like a fat. Shit, pick up your fat. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Get on the roof. Get on the roof. Get your ass out the roof. Get your ass back out the roof. I ain't never see a big boy leap on the roof. Get the big ass out.
Okay, listen, I'm sorry to tell you this, equal parts, but grounded. You're grounded. You've been grounded. Somebody's grounded. Grounded. Don't forget, I have harmonies now, and I'm not afraid to use them. I have harmonies, and I'm not fucking afraid to use it. I've got harmonies. You are grounded as fuck. Attention. You have been grounded. Good, clean fun. And you're grounded. Listen, that's insane. Congratulations. Also, from now on, we're calling you the dumpling master. Also, what? Stop it. You're doing a prank. There's no way. There's no way. What do you mean the vocoder's not working? Hold on. Let's edit my mic settings. What mic am I using? You bet. Ribbit, are you fucking... Now I gotta go check the mics. Damn it, Ribbit. But not damn it. If you... Oh my God. What? Oh my God. You have been... This has been terrible. Does it sound better now? Does it sound better now? Is it still... Is the vocoder coming?
Is the vocoder coming through?
No. Wait. There I am. I am there. No.
What about now?
What about now? You're fucking grounded for telling me the truth. Before streamer.
So I was before StreamYard shat the bed, and then I was not, and now we have the vocoder. I got it now. Ribbit. That's the shirt. And thank you. Apology. Oh.
Here we go. Apologies to Rabbit. Rabbit was right. Rabbit was right. And then there's the light.
Is that better? Colt baby, wait. Colt baby had to get born. And you bore the fruit for the colt, and we thank you. Now, nobody touch the fruit. Just let it grow. And one day it will walk and say things. And then it will lead us to the promised land, which is probably going to be like a Toys R Us. Babies love, when they get older and they become children, they love toys. They like toys and fire. That's one thing I know about kids based on my nieces and nephews. I hear the voice and expect a gay guy to start telling stories. Oh. Hi. Hey. Hey, boo. Hey. Hibbity, hey. Can you hear me? Is this better? Half birthday? Hey, come on now. A half birthday? Ooh, I'm gonna celebrate my half birthdays. I didn't know we could do that. I didn't know we could do that. There's nothing annoying about this at all. Oh my God, Drake. Oh my God, it's Drake. Okay, enough. Enough. That's not etiquette. I cannot fucking believe this shit. I brushed some of my hair today. And now nothing. You get one half birthday, then never again. Oh, my little sister is one of those babies born on February 29th. So she gets a quarter of a birthday once in a while or something. I haven't figured out the math yet, but I just tell her happy birthday like every day, just in case. Just in case. Yeah, I washed and I dried and I brushed some of my hair. And you guys don't even get to see it now. You know why? Because StreamYard is a bastard. I don't, or maybe it's YouTube, or maybe it's a Google Chrome. It could be Google Chrome. I don't know. Something, Google Chrome, ever since I updated it, it's just been fucking up nonstop. It's horrible. It's horrible. Now, I don't want to watch any more etiquette, but I do want to get into the. Am I going to have to change the title and do the house on Olney another fucking day? Because this is like, it's crap in the bed. I'm going to have to edit most of it. It is a really fucked up, sad subject. We'll talk about it. We'll do it second. I might try to restart and then I'll edit it into its own thing later. You have birthdays in Jan. My birthday is the day after tomorrow. And I don't think anybody in my life remembered. And you know what? That's fine. Because I have true crime and I'm going to watch it with you guys. And guess what else? Guess what? Oh, yeah. It's right to George W. Bush, Jr. and Sr. Tell them both. Tell Ted Cruz. He's the Zodiac Killer, though. He's going to be like, as long as it doesn't focus on me. Thank you very much, Ribbit. I appreciate that. I have to show you guys something fucking crazy. But I'm going to show it to you after some sillies. Okay, let's get some sillies going. Yes, there is a cocaine ring at Penn State. And there's a fraternity brother who calls himself Pablo Plejkabar. And yes, he looks just like McLovin. And for some reason has DJ Tanner bangs. So we will be going over that a little bit. But I just want to give you some feel-goodery and mainly some escape situations where people were in a weird situation and they got out. They got away. And that's good. That's a good thing, and we like that. We like it when people get away from trouble. But also I have some sillies that I put aside, and I said, ooh, I bet everyone's going to like that. We better show this on the channel. And let's start with, okay, I know how much you guys liked. Okay, this one's just stupid. It makes me laugh so fucking hard. It's 26 seconds. If you're having a bid day, oh man, this is really going to cheer you up. It's so good. And also, thank you guys for the birthday wishes. Okay, look, check this out. Look at this shit. Look at this guy. Here, hold on. Okay, this is coming home from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire to your roommate who told you the wrong answer on the phone. Here we go.
Hey. How's it going? Sorry, I probably should have just Googled it.
Dude, it's that moment where he's like, sorry. And then the toss. It's like Chris when his head hits the ground after falling off the ladder.
Sorry, I probably should have just Googled it.
I probably just should have Googled it. And no, it was a beer. We'll watch it again. It's the best. It's definitely one of those sugar glass bottles. It's so good.
Hey. How's it going? Sorry, I probably should have just Googled it. Ice cream.
I mean, goddamn. But the Dow, right? But the Dow, dude. All right. I got another one. So I love these stories. I wish I could see you guys. Fuck, StreamYard. Should I restart again? I bet if I restart it again, I could get my camera back. I'm going to unplug it and plug it back in. Mia, welcome. You're in charge. I'll be right back. Everybody talk to each other and go pee-pee. Do things. I'll be right back. Don't worry. Dad'll be okay. Can you hear me? And can you see me? Can you see me or hear me? Does it sound stupid? Can you hear the vocoder? He's a griefta. Who's a griefta? Who's Byron Donalds? He's MAGA. I've shunned them. Peace. Peace, MAGA. Hey, thank you so much, Fuzzy Lou. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I will try to not die another year so that we can keep this channel going and see how wacky we can get. Obi, when you go live and the AI part of StreamYard makes your forehead crease like a bud, it makes me worry it's not even really you. It could be my plumber for all I know, and AI is just making up. I just have a giant Polish forehead that always creases and looks like a butt. It's not AI. I look like a fucking Klingon. Is that what it is? What are the, or more, an org? A morg for more? I don't know. The Star Trek thing. I've got a massive forehead I inherited from my dad's massive fucking forehead. And it's got a giant line through the center, like an ass crack. That's just how I look. That's just how I look. It's quite the family embarrassment, and I appreciate you bringing it up on my birthday, Julie. Thanks a lot. Now I'm going to get a forehead disorder, and it's on you, okay? Okay? When they catch me Perezing my forehead, and I'm going to say, pretty crease goes up, pretty crease goes up. That's on you. When I end up looking like a Charles Manson family knockoff, that's on you, Julie. Okay? As I rock back and forth on TikTok and cry because my K-pop fans have no idea that I'm neither a tiny Asian girl and they all thought I was a virgin. I'm conflating all my news together. Listen, my forehead's just fucked up. One time a lady at Starbucks was like, there's something on your face. And I said, no, that's just my face. And then she said, no, there's something stuck to it. And it was a nickel. So thanks for weaponizing my Polish five-head. I will go dig a hole and stick my forehead in it. So you don't have to look at it anymore. because it's disgusting. And when I get it covered in tattoos that say shit like bum fights, and you guys are like, man, she got real weird after that first $200. After YouTube finally paid her $200, she got real fucking weird, and she got a bum fight tattoo on her head because Julie made fun of her ass crack Polish forehead. And then she went and fought in the Ukraine war. Guess how that turned out, Julie? Fine. What do you mean? Ah! Nips and nickels? It's because I'm trying to share a screen. Because back to this guy. I love crazy wedding stories. Because I've ruined some weddings in my day. What? The nodes? What nodes? Yeah. I flashed you with my forehead. I'm sorry you had to see that, Julie. Julie, should I get a hat? I really don't want you to feel uncomfortable. How far can I take it? How far can I take it? Do you guys remember the Sarah Silverman show? The episode where he's like, just drink a tab. Have a tab. He's like, I don't like tab. He's like, yeah, but you haven't tried it in a while. And then he tastes it. He's like, yeah, it's tab. And he's like, isn't it the best? And then the guy's like, oh, yeah, I fucking love tab. And then he just dresses like tab and starts decorating his house like that. He just goes so far. He's like, since you thought I didn't love tab, I decided to level it up. I'm going to go get my forehead extended. I'm going to go get my forehead stretched in Japan and come back so I can be pretty for you, Julie. I'm so sorry. Listen, I love wedding drama. Tab is a soda that was made for diabetics in the 80s, I think. And it tasted like pure saccharin and salt ass. And I had an algebra teacher who drank it constantly. She had boxes of it. It's like Faygo for older women. And she used to get white shit on the corner of her mouth from all the tab she drank. And when she would try to teach us math, she liked to lean in to help you with your math problems. And she would spit the tab foam from the corner of her mouth into your face as she tried to teach you what a polynomial equation is. And normally I would gag just saying that, but I have a hardened shell from watching a lot of dance kinetics. It's pure saccharin. It's aspartame. It's saccharin. It's something in a jellyfish. It's disgusting. And I've always resented people who favor tab simply because of that teacher I had who would spit her white corner mouth foam in my fucking face. Yes, I will get headgear to please Julie. It's the only way. That, you know what, grounded, but also maybe not because that is a satanic pun. Shit. Okay. That's a shirt. Tab can full of vodka at her desk and she'd smoke all day. Well, that kind of makes her cool in a way. But also, goddamn. I bet she's still alive. Anyway, this guy had some fucking crazy wedding drama and it made me laugh pretty hard. So here, check it out.
Y'all know I've been to a lot of weddings, but the craziest wedding I ever went to in my whole life happened this past weekend. I was a +1 at table 26 in the corner. And you know when you're that far down on the list, you eat your food, say your congratulations, mind your business, and you get the hell out. You're just happy to be there. But I had a front row seat of the drama, and I got to tell y'all these people's business, okay? I'm not going to say no names, but it was actually insane. Before I talk shit, I have to say the mushroom risotto at this wedding was so delicious. I would literally give my firstborn.
Here's what I love about this story and why I think this man is a masterful storyteller. Because he gave you an intro. He let you know why he's telling a story. Because he's been to some fucking crazy weddings, but he's been to the craziest recently, and he's got to tell you about it. Before he tells you about the craziness, he needs you to know what they ate at the wedding. And you know what? That is what everybody wants to know. And if you don't want to know that, have you even been to a wedding? It's the most important part. Who did the cake, or are they going to be fucking assholes and do like, so, oh, we got cupcakes to show because there's lots of different loves and people like different flavor, like, you know, or is it some cake boss bullshit just literally drenched in that? What's that fondant? God, I hate that shit. What did they serve for dinner at the wedding before? I don't even give a fuck who got married. Just tell me, was there spinach dip? Was it the kind with artichokes in it? Or was it straight up? Did they put scallions in it? If there were Fritos at this wedding, leave the wedding. Yeah, no whipped cream icing, unless it's like a dulce de leche and it's like oddly quinceañera themed wedding. I don't know. But even then, like, inappropriate. Get that whipped cream out of my fucking face. I need buttercream. Never had risotto. It's like a mushroomy, cheesy slop with rice. It's greasy like Italians, and it's delicious. And I love that he opened up with, here's what we ate. And let me compliment the chef, because here's the thing about weddings. The service workers at weddings they have the most thankless job. They're treated the worst, and they have to look at tasty finger foods all night, and they can't eat them, and they're not allowed to smell like smoke. And I think that's unfair. I think that's a burden. It makes their job extra hard. So I'm sitting there going, okay, we need to know everything about this wedding. Tell us, but start with the food, please. And he did. He opened with the most important thing. Again, has yet to tell us who's getting married. Doesn't matter. What did you fucking eat at this wedding? Okay? I remember weddings as a kid ended in a fight. One had a go-go dancer. I was about 7 and fascinated. This sounds like a Southern wedding. Were you in the South? Were you in Alabama? Never argue about pasta. Pasta is supposed to bring you together. Like when those two fucking dogs eat the noodle in the cartoon by the Nazi guy. I think they took long enough break. Maybe I should get who? No, give them a longer break. You're doing fine in here. Sit there and take notes. What are you doing, Ernie? Ernie, what are you doing? Are you meddling? What's your Jewish wedding in April? Those are never not fun. I know, because they pick you up. They pick you up and they toss you around like a sack of potatoes. And they make, if we feel the slightest bit chunky, a bunch of Jews tossing you in the air will make you feel skinny real fast. And they catch you. It's basically a mushroom head concert. Speaking of mushrooms, risotto. Yeah, it doesn't. But I do like it when they do. I do like it when they do. The Raft Club? I don't even know what that is, but it sounds fun. Okay, let's hear more about this wedding.
Child, just to have another bite of it. And I knew once I tasted it, I was like, this cake is going to be out of sight. I cannot wait to get a slice of this cake. When we walked through the door, I was like, oh, I didn't know she was Black. I was like, this is an interracial wedding. Instantly, I'm thinking, I hope the Black folk in here don't do nothing crazy, because I knew the groom was British. And I know them British folks, they be hoity-toity, heity-bitey, So I was like, okay, hopefully don't nothing pop off. Because you know when Black folks do something at a wedding, everything is amplified, right? The speeches start, and the bride's father is giving a speech, and he from the Black side of the family. And I hear the maid of honor say something snarky. I'm like, what the fuck is that about? And then when the maid of honor is giving her speech, she talking in codes. And I'm like, what the fuck is that about? And then
pause. Have you ever been to a wedding and someone gives a speech and they're talking in codes, or they're just directly talking shit to someone? Please tell us what, who, why, where, when in the comments, because I was that person. I gave a snarky speech at my brother's first wedding, and it was in code, but it was also pretty obvious what I was saying. And he didn't like that bitch, and I still don't like that bitch, and none of us like that bitch. We're glad that they got a divorce. Because this bitch insisted on a purple fairy-themed wedding. It was a lot for a sister to accept. For her brother, who she only wants the best for. Thank God that woman is gone. She did try to wreck his car in the woods and get, like, insurance money for it after running away to be with a cult leader and then stealing money from my dad for enchilada night. She was the worst, okay? But I have given that speech. And yeah, I did a how many of brothers' wives does it take to screw in a light bulb joke. And no, the answer was not appropriate. And yes, she was upset later. But at the time, she wasn't even paying attention to me because she was staring a fucking hole in the cake. And that is so like her. And that's me being nasty. Damn, I hated her. She was awful. Anyway, I've been lucky enough to give that speech. The speech that makes everyone go, oh my God, and someone drops a fork. But I've also been lucky enough to see that speech where somebody's like, and that one summer that we're not going to talk about. And then everyone's like, ooh. And then the groom's like, what? Wait, what summer? And then and then shit goes down. Because somebody has to be funny. Somebody has to slip it in there. I've been to a wedding where a drunk sister just had to go in and do the whole, and we were supposed to get married this summer, but I guess she had to take the day, and it was a whole thing. Hello, Noelle. Nice to see you. Number 14. Bless you, Noelle. So let's see what happens at this wedding. They're speaking in codes.
And the groom stands up to give a speech, which was odd because it seemed like the bride was supposed to give a speech and it got punted to the groom. I was like, okay, let's just get through it so I can get this damn cake. The groom stands up. He is clearly drunk as hell. I will say the bartender, Jimmy, was pouring them drinks heavy, okay? I was a little tipsy too. So when the groom started talking, I'm not really making out what he's saying. And I think he said something crazy like, I would love you even if you kill somebody. And I was like, what? And I thought maybe it was some British poem I had never heard before. I was like, okay. But I could barely hear him because the couple next to me were kind of going at it. Like they had something cooking between them. And he said, did you sleep with?
I do have to say that would be a really funny speech. I love you to death, Eileen. I'm never going to leave you. Look, everything you see around me, like Joe. Good morning, Julia. That guy at his wedding. I would kill anybody if they looked at you wrong. If they looked at you funny or they called you pretty, I would kill them. That literally, that's the wedding speech. I would road rage in traffic for you, Darlene. Megan, I would break a neck of any individual who winked at you funny. Threatening someone in the wedding speech. Great.
With them and blah, 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 blah. And you can see that the groom, who is drunk as hell, he's getting agitated. And it's almost like he just word vomited and said, can you shut the fuck up? But like rightfully so, it's his wedding and these people are arguing next to me, right? The guy next to me, he stands up and he starts in a beeline towards the groom. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And where is the cake? When he gets in front of the groom, he don't cuss him out. He don't hit him. Y'all never guess what he did. He headbutted the groom. The groom is gushing blood. And I'm sitting there thinking.
Pause. A headbutt? Oh, you didn't tell me this was a Scottish wedding. What? Or was it Samoan? Because those are the only two wrestlers I know that definitely had butt. This is amazing. A headbutt at the wedding. A headbutt and mushroom risotto? Get the fuck out of here. I would pay to go to that wedding.
We not gonna get no fucking cake. We not gonna get no cake. I have never in my life been to a wedding where the groom got headbutted by a guest at table 26, no less. We still don't know what the fuck happened. We still have no idea what happened. But I will say I'm happy it wasn't the black side of the family. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, it does sound like white people shit. It really does sound like white people shit. Scottish martial arts, I agree. It definitely sounds like some white people shit. Let me pull you up another vid. Okay. So you guys know how much I love Chet Hanks. You guys know how much I love Patois. Hey, let's get white and violent tonight. Oh my God, this video killed me. Made me laugh so hard. It's not what it looks like. Just watch. You're
Wagwan. The name Young Sheldon.
Oh.
Me can't lie, the sun bright, but just smile brighter.
Pause it. Me name Young Sheldon. What? Me name Young Sheldon. I can't.
Me name Young Sheldon.
Bwap. Dude, that is so sick. Immediately, yes. Yes, sir. Bwap, me name Young Sheldon. I love that. Anytime someone mentions Young Sheldon, I'm in. I'm laughing at the sketch or the thing or your skit. I love it.
Wagwan. The name Young Sheldon.
Oh.
Me can't lie, the sun bright, but just smile brighter.
Oh.
What's your name?
I'm Jess.
Jess, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
You know, girl, the way that time cold, I want to be keeping you warm.
Huh?
I got the right temperature for shelter you from that storm.
The way that time cold, I want to be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature. I get it now. My name Young Sheldon.
You know, girl, the way that time cold, I want to be keeping you warm.
Huh?
I got the right temperature for shelter you from that storm.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't understand what you're saying.
Oh, you're not Jamaican?
No, I'm not.
I'm so sorry. I'm out here looking for a Jamaican mommy. It's my first time here in Kingston.
Oh, nice. Me too.
Where are you from?
I'm from Laguna.
Really? I'm actually from Hermosa Beach, so maybe we could actually go and get some vanilla yogurt.
Oh, that's cool. I'm actually enjoying the beach here. I'm just gonna stay.
I'll respect that.
Thanks.
Off to my search.
All right. Good luck.
Don't tell me.
This is the most Grant Smith Ellis thing I've had. The Justin Bieber I'm from Hermosa Beach. I love him so much. Oh my, you want to go get a vanilla frozen yogurt?
Where are you from?
I'm from Laguna.
Really? I'm actually from Hermosa Beach, so maybe we could actually go and get some vanilla yogurt.
Oh, that's cool. I'm actually enjoying the beach here. I'm just gonna stay.
I'll respect that.
Thanks.
Off to my search.
All right. Good luck.
Don't tell anybody that I'm not, Jamaican.
Lip sealed.
People would hurt.
I have 100% told people in my past, don't tell anybody I'm not Jamaican. So I respect this man and everything he's doing right now.
Sure. Okay.
All right. See ya.
And it's the walk away for me. I love him. I think he's a great dude. I think he's very funny. Hello, kittens in crime. JG Cruz is back. I got a couple more sillies to show you. And then we'll talk about some other stuff. Okay. So back to, remember how you guys love the World Cup videos? You guys really loved that. Whether you know it or not, you liked it. I've decided for you that you liked it. And it did get a lot of comments. You guys were like, I love doing shit like this. I found a World Cup video that I missed. This is a woman in Atlanta. No, it's not Sherlock Ho, but it's a woman in Atlanta who comes across her own young Sheldon. She saw a random Belgian guy passed out on the street during World Cup, and she couldn't just leave him there. So let's watch what happens, shall we?
Excuse me, sir. Do you need help? Where you stay at? What's the name of your hotel?
That's a good question.
You was laying here asleep. I want to try to help you. Come on, where you want to go?
I want to go to the strip club.
And what you finna
with
do?
some Atlanta bitches. Let's go!
Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. I want the big one. I want the big.
I don't care if you got money. Are you gonna send some?
Yeah. So how you feeling?
I feel like fucking amazing. You are a fucking blast. You're a fucking blast. Beautiful fucking girl. You deserve the fucking best.
Oh, thank
life,
you.
Okay?
I want you to be safe. Don't you get drunk and be passed out like that.
I'm not fucking drunk.
No more.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go. Make sure you go inside now. Come back on and check on you. Stay in Belgium. Bye.
Oh my God. First of all, get your car from Pot City Market Valet when you wake up. What a solid. And that's Ponce de Leon. That's down there in Midtown, right? And also, are you in your room? They're checking up on him. Yes. Okay, get some rest and don't leave. They're checking up on him and making sure he's safe in Atlanta. God bless him. Boom. They sent him the TikTok videos. What a night. You were so friendly. Don't get drunk and pass out in public again. She's mothering him. That's so lovely. I won't. Haha. Thanks for the help. You're welcome, baby. I love you. I love you. Keep in touch. Yeah, no one is safe here. You know exactly where I'm talking about, Ponce de Leon. Like that. Damn, dude. He is so lucky. He is so lucky. What a great story, though. What a heartwarming story. And I liked his dancing. I like how they danced. That was fun. We've got a few more funnies. Got a few more funnies for you. Hunter Biden's videos are killing me. He's so funny. Hunter better run for president. I don't even care if he used to smoke crack. He's so great. Okay, so there's this trend going on where you just walk up to someone and you have weird pictures from the internet in a binder and you don't say anything and you just point. And I showed you one last week. I love this trend. And people are going up to strangers and doing it, their parents, all sorts of different people. And you just open the binder and you flip through the weirdest photos. Like, you know, the video, the one that's like, am I weird? That makes everyone uncomfortable. Like those types of photos. And so this guy does it when he gets pulled over by the cops. And I can't stop watching this. I am shocked they didn't pull him out of the car and beat the ever-loving shit out of him, to be honest. I am shocked. Watch this shit.
Just random pictures. So you're just showing that to employees? Okay. Yeah. What's the reason for this stuff? I see their pictures. Like, are you able to talk to me about it, or? Okay. I'm lost. I don't understand. Okay.
The Mark Zuckerberg chicken. I probably would have lost it. I would have laughed my ass off at that. This cop does a good job of keeping a straight face. I'll say that much.
I get the.
It would be funny if someone could Photoshop Jen McCabe in one of those fucking pictures.
In the book, you can put the book down. So what are the purposes of the pictures?
Like the point is to show people, and then you like don't talk.
And he fucking broke the fourth wall. Can you believe it? And then you don't talk. Yeah, I know. Why are you talking? Well, I like that he explained it. Okay, now this is fucked up dark humor, but it's my birthday. I'm gonna do the Kelly Osbourne thing from that episode of The Osbournes. From what is it? It's just Osbournes, right? The Osbourne show. When it's Kelly's birthday and she keeps stomping around going, "It's my birthday. I get to do what I want, Jack. It's my birthday." Because of that, I get to show this weird pasta video. And I realize it's fucked up. Okay, I realize it's fucked up, but if you take it for what it is, it's supposed to just be a cooking show. I found out we can actually celebrate half birthdays from JG Cruz. So I'm celebrating my half birthday today, and my real birthday is the day after tomorrow. But right now, because I honestly, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to go live before then. So here we are, honey. But, sorry, my mother is messaging me. Mommy, I just learned proper etiquette. I cannot be texting you. Okay. But I figured I'm going to show you guys this anyway, and I'm going to blame my birthday. So just put up with it. This is just a cooking show, okay? A segment. This is just supposed to be making pasta. And he kind of goes off a little bit, and it makes me laugh so fucking hard. Look, just watch.
We're just going to take our pasta and put it in the pot. And of course, a lot of it's sticking up. We're not going to break it. What we're going to do is if you just wait 5 seconds, it's going to soften. I remember when I was a kid growing up, my friend Justin and I wanted to make a roller coaster. So we started saving money by putting our lunch money in a shoebox. And after about 6 months, we had a couple $100 in there. But it turns out that my friend Justin's sister's boyfriend had found the shoebox and he stole the money to pay for an abortion. Okay, this is looking just about ready.
I would watch this cooking show every day for the rest of my life. Excuse me, what? He stole your money to pay for an abortion. Wait, what? What kind? Is that al dente?
We're just going to take our pasta and put it in the pot. And of course, a lot of it's sticking up. We're not going to break it. What we're going to do is if you just wait 5 seconds, it's going to soften. I remember when I was a kid growing up, my friend Justin and I wanted to make a roller coaster. So we started saving money by putting our lunch money in a shoebox. And after about 6 months, we had a couple $100 in there. But it turns out that my friend Justin's sister's boyfriend had found the shoebox and he stole the money to pay for an abortion. Okay, this is looking just about ready. We're just going to take our pasta.
Is it a La Crusade? Hold on, let's
and put it in the pot. And of course, a lot of it's sticking up. We're not going to break it. What we're going to do is if you just wait 5 seconds, it's going to soften. I remember when I was a kid growing up, my friend Justin and I wanted to make a roller coaster. So we started saving money by putting our lunch money in a shoebox. And after about 6 months, we had a couple $100 in there. But it turns out that my friend Justin's sister's boyfriend had found the shoebox and he stole the money to pay for an abortion. Okay, this is looking just about ready. We're just going to take our...
How much is a roller coaster? Like, I'm not trying to be crass, but how much is a roller coaster? That's got to be expensive. I feel like a roller coaster costs a lot more than an ABO. You know what I mean? I feel like they got gypped. I feel like they took more than they needed. You know, the sister's boyfriend. It's fine. They have a nice little living making pasta on the internet now. It's fine. Bless that family. That didn't happen. He just casually talks about this while making pasta. I love this for him. I'm sure his family is really happy that he's spilling all that information to the internet while making pasta. This guy's hilarious. I don't know why. It's just so funny to me. Give that man a moment. Okay, and we're going to keep going. All right, because I got a little more. I got a little bit more. It's a little goofy. It's going to make you laugh a little bit. It's a little goofy. It's going to make you laugh a little bit because it made me laugh. Let's go right here. Give me 1 second. I'm pulling it up. Ooh, actually, okay, no. We'll do one more goof, and then I got 2 crazy fucking news stories. 2 really crazy news stories. Okay? And they're nuts. Like, I was shocked. I was shocked. I was offended. Okay, here. So I just thought this was very funny. This is Eve from the book, The Bible. I'm getting controversial. If she was going live for the first time in 2024 AD. Now, this is creative. I like it. It made me giggle. Fun stuff. Interesting. Watch this.
Was that the fruit you ate to betray the world? No. Good guess, though. Good guess. First woman to ever do it. Oh, that's so sweet. Thanks, beloved. How was it coming from Adam's rib? It was really nice. Because I had never been alive before. And Adam was super poetic. Bone in my bone, flesh in my flesh. I knew he was in love and I knew he was married. So we started being fruitful. How was your first period? Oh my God, y'all. So I didn't call it a period back then. I called it losing my insides because I didn't know what was going on. And I thought I was going to die, but I didn't die. And it was a lot to navigate, especially in the garden. But, you know, y'all have painkillers. All I had was my conscience. Then it came back the next month. I'm like, what kind of sorcery? But then I remember I was part of the why you wearing leaves in 2024? Y'all got jokes this generation. This is actually the Eden special. What was you doing talking to snakes in the first place? You know what? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that today. How you turn it? Adam, how you turn this off?
I love everything about that. I love everything about it. I'm about to lose my insights over those vertical blinds. Oh my God. Wait till you see this guy who says stuff like, good morning, Julia. It was all funny. Everything she was saying, because I had never been alive before, was like one of my favorites. She's very creative. I like it a lot. Okay. I'm going to show you 2 news stories that they're just insane. They're just insane. It blew my mind. One of them, I feel like this is actually something positive. It's fucked up and terrifying at first, but let me put it this way. There is a woman in Philadelphia named Jamaica. And Jamaica saw a man in a very scary mask down right where, do you remember where Eugene Horsch in this the episode before this about the Olney house? Remember the Horsch, that family? When he got busted with the woman and the missing woman's ID, it was here. It was in this exact spot where Jamaica was, and Jamaica sees this guy with a mask, and he's following people around, and she tries to warn this lady jogger, like, hey, creepy guy with a mask. And then he comes up, and he says something like, are you ready to die tonight? And she says, let's see if you can fight, and then fucking kicks him in the chest. Like, she goes Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and she kicks the man in the chest. And he scampers away. And he had attacked several people that day. So let's watch this interview and praise Jamaica. And may we all be blessed with the powers of Jamaica. May we all have the strength to kick someone in the fucking chest like a karate superstar if they're trying to fuck with their friends and if they're wearing a weird mask. Here you go.
This woman refused to become a victim. When a masked stranger approached her in Center City last Wednesday morning, she squared up and kicked him in the chest.
So you kicked him in the center of his chest. You
Yeah.
like, you know, just like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It happened about 5:15 a.m. near 15th and Broad. Jamaica W. believes the person who targeted her is the same suspect police say was caught on camera chasing a woman outside City Hall minutes earlier. Before her own encounter, Jamaica says she spotted the masked suspect approaching a runner who was wearing headphones.
So I started to wave at her across from the intersection and say, hey, there's someone behind you.
She then witnessed him try to force his way into the coffee shop before turning his attention towards her.
So I figured that if anything was going to happen, I wanted to see it with my own two eyes.
She turned around, screamed, and yelled and put her hands up to fight. But something seemed off about the scary stranger.
He just seemed so disoriented about what his goals actually were. Like, I had bags, he wasn't reaching for those. It didn't seem like he had a clear goal to like actually get in La Colombe to do anything. So I was like, okay, well, let's see if you can fight. And he couldn't.
Police say the suspect accosted several people in a 15-minute span. Investigators say he said this to the runner.
He's holding a cell phone up in front of her, at which time he asks her, are you ready to die?
He ultimately fled into Suburban Station. Until he's caught, Jamaica has a message for early Center City risers, especially women.
Make sure that you're not playing music in your headphones. You know, keep your keys in between your fingers. Just do everything that you can to feel safe.
Well, son of a biscuit eater. I was muted. Can you believe it? So Jamaica's pretty cool, huh? She beat that ass. She beat that ass. That guy was so spooky, so scary. Did you see that mask? What the fuck? Okay, now this is, by the way, just want to show you this prize jewel. Breaking alleged, oh, they did it. Penn State cocaine kingpin, dubbed Pablo Escobar, turned himself in and is denied bail. 13, I think the number's up to 14 now. Frat brothers are charged with running a major cocaine trafficking ring, with some pledges allegedly forced to cut and package cocaine as part of their indoctrination into frats. Mia, we need to have a talk with Heed. Where's he going to school? He better not hang out with any motherfuckers with 80s girl bangs. With curled DJ Tanner bangs. This is Pablo Escobar. People are fucking stupid. This is insane. Of course, all the white boys are running a fucking coke ring out of college. That I don't know why either. It's so typical. You know what's funny about it is that they're busted. Is that they got busted. He's at DePaul. He's in a frat and called here idiots Chodesby. Oh, God. He does look like Napoleon. He looks like McLovin. He looks like the kid in the wheelchair from Glee. Oh, this kid. Okay. By the way, if you're wondering how Damian Eccles from the West Memphis 3 is doing, there's an update. There's an update. Hey, at least it's not fentanyl. That's going to be on his dad's bumper sticker. Proud father of a kid who's not on fentanyl, at least. So there's Damian Eccles from the West Memphis 3 indulging in swordplay. And he still has toes. Good for him. Yeah, he's just playing with his swords. This is the future I always envisioned for him. Swords and whatnot. Okay, we will do one more silly and then we'll do the news story. This is Barbara Jean interrupting the family dinner, trying to expose people, and nobody cares. Barbara Jean, God bless her, wants to expose her family, and she can't get them on board. And I have been Barbara Jean before. Does nobody give a shit about their rules? You guys were mad at me over this. And she just goes, colloquialism. By the way, can I just, let me close this. It's too hot. I was trying to get some air, but goddamn. It's 104. I'm a little pissed off. I'm a little pissed off at this Brian LTL guy. I am, for my own reasons. And those are, I'm the one who can't say words good. Okay? Colloquialism is mine. Fucking up a word is my thing. No one's ever fucked up words before. I'm the first. How dare you come in with community, community, and steal my thunder? Wow. Wow. Okay, then. Colloquialism, I think, is better than community. Community. ¿Y tú, brutas? ¿Y tú? Did he think Et tu brute was actually Spanish? Did he think it was a Taco Bell commercial? What is going on with that dude? He stole my shit. Community. No, that's not even hard to say. Colloquialism is real hard to say. So I'm offended, and I will be suing. Only I'm allowed to fuck up words. Fucking fart knocker. Anyway, let's watch Barbara Jean expose everyone.
Now, no.
All I'm saying.
Y'all give her your attention. Now, Gene, stand up here and make any speech you want to make.
There you go.
Y'all
Everybody,
listen.
everybody just
Everybody
listen.
shut up.
We're going to hear what she
Don't
has
nobody
to say.
open your mouth. Now, go
You
ahead.
need to tell them the truth of what their mother did. You need to tell the truth about the women that you always were calling. You need to tell them the truth about Lisa. And you know one of the truths because he had you. I know one truth. He had you to call and to text her. I got a kid spelled cheese with French. And that's when she told you that he and her were together. That's me. But you do. You need to tell them the truth because you're doing a false witness. And if you think you're Christian, that's not.
Let's back it up. You need to tell everyone the truth because you're doing a false witness. And Barbara Jean ain't going to handle it. She ain't going to put up with it. She ain't going to explain it to the family. That's up to you. You need to come out to the family and let them know everyone you've had sex with. This is me in 10 years. 40. No, this is me yesterday. I am Barbara Jean. I've stood up before my family and said, you need to tell the truth. Where you was, what you was doing, who you was doing it with. Or you're bearing false witness, and we cannot have that. Not in a Christ-like home. You want to be Christ-like? Okay, well, you need to rebuke Satan and tell everyone what she was doing in the back of that Mazda. Okay, honey? Don't worry about what she's, of course. Of course. What does she wear? Why, you want to dress Barbara Jean? Don't you worry about it. It's her Sunday best, honey. She's been wearing it for 38 years and the Lord don't got a problem with it, so neither do you, okay? Now, you need to confess. You need to tell everybody what she was doing last Saturday at the church potluck. I saw you touch the pastor's butt. I saw you touch the pastor's butt, okay? And I saw you take $1 out of the service plate. They passed the plate to you, and I saw you take $1. I saw you put it in your pocket. And I didn't say nothing because I was busy playing Angry Birds. And I was on level 35. And the Lord was guiding me. And I ain't never got up to level 82. And that's my goal. And the Lord said, don't quit your goals for nobody. I gave you this talent, Barbara Jean. I gave you this talent, Barbara Jean, so that you could fling these Angry Birds and bash these bubble gums. And I ain't going to let nobody interrupt it. But I saw you take from the collection plate. I saw what you was doing. And you need to tell everyone in this family right now. Barbara Jean is feeling pressed by God. And I feel that, girl. When something weighs heavy on my heart, I need to speak out. And I know this ain't no confessional booth. But I'll tell you what, it's not a whore party neither. And I need you to tell everyone what you was doing when you was whoring around down at the show barn last Saturday. I saw you looking at my husband. I love her so much. I love her so much.
Well, everything.
Well, we're going to go back. I really want to hear Barbara Jean. Like, yeah, we're all listening, but do we hear her? She sounds very upset. She sounds very pressed and pushed by the Lord.
Now, no.
All I'm saying
Y'all give her your attention. Now, Jean, stand up here and make any speech you want to make.
There you go.
Y'all
Everybody,
listen.
everybody just
Everybody
listen.
shut up.
We're going to hear what she
Don't
has
nobody
to say.
open your mouth. Now, go
you
ahead.
need to tell them the truth of what their mother did. You need to tell the truth about the women that you always were calling. You need to tell them the truth about Lisa. And you know one of the truths because he had you.
I know one truth.
He had you to call and to text her.
I got a kid's grilled cheese with Christmas.
And that.
And you need to tell everyone that you voted for Barack Obama. Because I was standing right by you in that voting booth. I saw you voted for the black man. She seems like the type of person to be real upset that like her grandson voted. And you voted for a Democrat. You voted for a Latino man. Like she would be really pissed off to find out you voted for a minority. She has so much leopard on her right now that I'm willing to bet she's been to jail for biting because she had too much wine cooler. I bet she's one of them types. This guy is enjoying his fries. Guys, everybody shut the fuck up. Barbara Jean's got something to say because the Lord put it upon her heart to say it. Shut the fuck up right now. She's going to tell you something. All right, let's hear her out. We'll go back a little more and then I'll let her go. I won't interrupt Barbara Jean. I'll listen to him.
One of the truths because he had you.
I know one truth.
He had you to call and to text her.
I got a kid's grilled cheese with Christmas.
And that's when she told you that he and her were together. That's me. But you do. You need to tell them the truth because you're doing a false witness. And if you think
That's
you're
not
a
what
Christian,
you're not.
that's
Okay.
not.
Thank you. I got
You
you.
took away everything that I had.
Where's the salt? Who's
And
got
so
the salt?
it is your
Pass the salt.
And also, if I'm gonna have to start paying my car insurance,
You are.
thank you.
And everything else.
You're not paying anything else.
Well, okay.
Well, excuse me, you got the phone. What else?
Start washing your own car too.
Okay. We're going to have to go over a few things here. Hello, Haynes. Nice to see you. I'm up in the day so that I can see my daytime kiddos. All my lovely little children. Dark-sided. Dark-sided. Why you got big cats, Barbara Jean? She's like, I ain't paying for that insurance. They're like, well, then you're washing your own car. What on earth is this family? Hold on.
We're together.
That's me.
But you do. You need to tell them the truth because you're doing a false witness. And if you think
That's
you're
not
a
what
Christian,
you're not.
that's
Okay.
not.
Thank you. I got
You
you.
took away everything that I had.
Where's the salt? Who's
And
got
so
the salt?
it is your
Pass the salt.
And also, if I'm gonna have to start paying my car insurance.
Now, I did think they said that's assault, but they said pass the salt. So they're not listening to her.
Who's
And
got the
so
salt?
it is your
Pass the salt.
And also, if I'm gonna have to start paying my car insurance.
You are.
Thank you.
And everything else.
You're not paying anything else.
Well, okay.
Well, excuse me, you got the phone. What else?
Start washing your own car too.
Oh, yeah, that's such a big deal.
Yes, you're not a part of our party. Can you?
No, it's fine.
Call the police. You're locked up.
I'm asking you, please leave.
I'm
I'm the manager.
Well, I was talking to him.
If not, we don't want her talking as you call the police and have them escort her out.
Yes.
I've asked you to leave one.
Hold on a second. Barbara Jean isn't sitting with them? Barbara Jean wasn't even invited? Barbara, was she in the same restaurant and then she just walked up to the table, or did she follow them so that she could approach the table? The manager? Miss Ma'am, you don't have the power to ask me to leave. I don't care if you're your manager, you say it? They let women be managers. That's the type of shit Barbara Jean would say. I know so many of her.
He needs to tell y'all the truth.
We don't care. We don't care. We don't like you. We don't want you around us. So just leave. We're trying to enjoy dinner.
You don't like me.
We're trying to enjoy. No, I don't like you because you are crazy.
Lying.
Get out.
No,
Get out. That's why you're blocked. Nobody likes you. Get out.
Ask him about Lisa.
That's why you're blocked. Did they block you? Hello, Haynes. Hello, Haynes. Oh, Siri told you boys. We know what you mean. Dude, we don't like you, Barbara Jean is so mean. Poor Barbara.
Care. We don't like you. We don't want you around us. So just leave. We're trying to enjoy dinner.
You don't like me.
We're trying to enjoy. No, I don't like you because you are crazy.
Lying.
Get out.
No,
Get out. That's why you're blocked. Nobody likes you. Get out.
Ask him.
This is a real life metaphor of the Karen Reed movement right now. This is so sorry.
You are crazy. Get out.
No,
Get out. That's why you're blocked. Nobody likes you. Get out.
Ask him about Lisa. Ask him about the women.
You told me not to say nothing.
Ask him about Lisa. Ask him about Miss Shorty. Ask him about the women. The little kid's like, leave. Holy shit. You know what? I think I side with Barbara Jean. These people are assholes. They didn't even stop dipping their fucking fries.
Ask him about the women.
Ask him about, yeah, it could happen in Australia. Ask them about all the women you're sleeping with. Ask him about the dingo that ate your baby.
You told me not to say.
Holy shit, was that the prosecutor from fucking Moscow? Is it the Koberger prosecutor? Oh my God. That's the shirt. Ooh, Barbara Jean has a walker. And they talking to her. Dude, she's about to walk her Texas Ranger out of there. She's like, you know what? I'm going to go get my gun. Barbara Jean is intense.
No, I don't like you because you are crazy. Get out. No, get out. That's why you're blocked. Nobody likes you. Get out.
Ask him about Lisa. Ask him about the women.
Please get her out of here. Thank you.
Ew.
Leave.
God knows.
Dude, she did have a wheelie walker. She's gliding. She's fucking like she read him for filth. She did. She snatched all their wigs. Barbara Jean took their wigs and left. He's lying to you about the women.
God knows.
We know. We know.
God knows. He called her wacko. She's on permanent block. Barbara Jean is intense. The little kids are yelling at her too. They're like, go away. Listen.
Yeah, we don't like you. We don't want you around us, so just leave. We're trying to enjoy dinner.
You don't like me.
We're trying to enjoy. No, I don't like you because you are crazy. Get out.
No,
get out. That's why you're blocked. Nobody likes you. Get out.
Ask him about Lisa. Ask him about the women.
Please get her out of here. Thank you.
Ew.
You told me not to say
Yeah, that was a kid. Leave. That little child. That little child just yelled, leave. God damn. I want to know as much as I can. Yeah, you're crazy. I want to know as much as I can about Barbara Jean. So far, this is all I've found. I'll have to look up Abby Stoner.
God knows.
We know. We know.
God needs to work on you really bad. Yeah, you wacko.
You wacko. Well, goddamn. Well, goddamn, Barbara Jean. She ain't going to pay them no mind. She ain't going to pay them no mind. She says, you know what? Bless your heart. And she walked out. She said, bless your heart. I don't got time for this. I got to get to my bunco tournament. I got to go play bridge. I got to go do my bunco tournament. I got to get out of here. But you better tell them about them women. All right. This is a crazy story. And then we'll get into some Olney House stuff, okay? So a lady in Tennessee is being hailed as a hero after she rescued a kidnapped 12-year-old girl that come running out of the woods barefoot and covered in scratches. The girl collapsed into a ditch on the side of the highway, attempting to escape. Cars kept driving past her. One woman looked in a rearview mirror and thought, somebody will stop for the baby, but nobody did. And then they put an American flag picture. So she turned around. Her name is Jennifer Maxwell, American hero. She was driving home from her job as a healthcare giver on Sunday afternoon on US 421 in Irwin, North Carolina. That's when she saw a little girl come out of the tree line, run down the embankment, and drop into the ditch sobbing. Oh, my God. Jennifer slowed down. She watched the mirror. She waited for someone else to do something, and not one car stopped. So she turned her vehicle around, pulled up, rolled down her window. Baby, are you okay? And the little girl said, no, I've been kidnapped. Jennifer asked if she was serious. She was serious. She had no shoes on, just a big t-shirt and shorts. Her arms and legs were torn up with scratches from running through the brush. This is hard. This is so sad. It's hard to read. She'd been walking in those woods for 2 hours. So just to be clear, 12-year-old girl got kidnapped, escaped kidnapper, ran for 2 hours barefoot through the woods, through some dense shrubbery in the heat of North Carolina, tries to flag down cars, no one's stopping. Bless her heart, this woman named Jennifer sees. She's like, holy fuck. She pulls up. Are you okay? The kid's like, fuck no, I got kidnapped. Kid didn't cuss though. The 12-year-old girl. Oh, wait. Investigators say the man kept pushing her, grabbing her by the shoulder, forcing her to keep moving deep into the trees. So this guy kidnaps her, okay? He takes her in the woods, and he's behind her, pushing her, saying, "You better keep going." I'm presuming he had a weapon. She's terrified. He's moving her deep into the woods. She's like, "Fuck this," and she bolts. She takes off running. She makes it to the road. She needed one adult to fucking stop the car, and nobody did. So this Jennifer lady sees her. She tells her this. She gets her in the car. She calls 911. She drives her straight to the Irwin Police Department. And then she takes the deputies back to the spot where she found her so that they could search the right woods. They found the guy in the tree line that night. So not only did this dude stay out there looking for the little girl after she'd already got picked up, I'm presuming he thought she was still in the woods. Thank God this woman, Jennifer, stopped. But he's out there all night looking for this little girl, and the police are looking for him, and they fucking find him. Oh my God. And he was in the tree line, which means like he was right there where she had eventually escaped. Like if she would have stayed in that ditch and nobody would have gotten her, Jesus Christ. Daniel Francis Gear was this guy's name. He was 38. He was charged with first-degree kidnapping and assault on a female. His bond was set Monday at $2.5 million. No bond is what I would say. She won't take the word hero, though, this Jennifer woman. She says, "I thank God that I was there, because if it was my daughter, I'd want someone to be there also." So let's watch this news story and hope they don't copyright strike me. Okay? Give me 1 second. Let me make it nice and big for you and turn it up as loud as I can get it. Here we go. Thank God she got away. Also, yeah, how many people drove past her? Thank God she got away. Also, hello, PL 808 GP. But also, the little girl. No, I'm just kidding. This is a newscaster. No, I was just telling you the story, and now I'm going to play it for you. But this is really crazy, right? Like, totally living nightmare, some shit you'd see in a movie, but thank God she got away. Oh my God. Also, you see this stuff about kids that get lost in the woods and they're stuck out there for days and then they survive. Like, that's impressive enough. This kid gets away from a kidnapper who's right behind her. Thank goodness. Also, I'm glad it was a woman who pulled over and found her, so she doesn't have to be frightened again. Obviously, probably doesn't trust older males. All right, here we go.
12-year-old survivor was brought here to the police station, brought here to safety by a woman now being called a guardian angel, a good Samaritan, and a hero.
I just thank God I was there.
Jennifer Maxwell told me that she happened to be in the right place at the right time.
And I thank God she got away, not just that I was there.
She was driving home from work as a healthcare giver Sunday afternoon around 1:20 when she spotted the child clearly in distress running from a wooded area here along Highway 421 in Irwin.
I seen a little girl run out of the woods down the embankment, and she just dropped in the ditch crying. And I was like, oh my God, what's wrong with that baby? She was very scratched up. Like, her legs had lines all over them. Either she went through briars or thick brush, and her arms had scratches, and she was barefooted. And I said, baby, are you okay? She said, no, I've been kidnapped. And I said, are you serious?
The Harnett County Sheriff's Office says this man, 38-year-old Daniel Gear, had kidnapped the 12-year-old girl from his home in Lillington before daybreak Sunday after she and his teenage niece had a Saturday night sleepover.
She got in, and I called 911.
Possibly suspect still on scene there, parts in the wood line.
Maxwell took police back to where she found the child and where the suspect's truck was located behind.
Also, that big fucking creep is so scary. And also, oh my God, Ernie, you were a woods kid? You wandered off at a job site? I'm so glad the dog found you. What kind of dog was it? Like a bloodhound? Just any old dog? What kind of dog? Yeah, that is a nice house. I like their accents too. This is crazy. I gotta go back a little bit. I'm glad you made it out, Ernie. Damn. How long did it take? A golden retriever? That was my second guess, but I kept quiet. Damn. All right, I'm going to hit play again.
Says this man, 38-year-old Daniel Gear, had kidnapped the 12-year-old girl from his home in Lillington before daybreak Sunday after she and his teenage niece had a
That's crazy. Look at that big house.
Saturday night sleepover.
Airbud saved Ernie. Oh, shit. That's a pretty cool notebook. She was in his home having a sleepover with another kid, I think.
She got in and I called 911.
Possibly suspect still on scene there, parked in the wood line.
Maxwell took police back to where she found the child and where the suspect's truck was located behind this DMV office.
He did say that they had been walking in the woods for a couple hours. He kept pushing her, like putting his hand on her shoulder and pushing her, telling her to walk.
And on her way back to give police her statement, Maxwell became a victim herself when a car crashed into her SUV, totaling it and leaving her scratched and bruised.
Oh my God. You know what's kind of crazy? Hold on. That's weird for many reasons, but after I got attacked, the couple that came out, like I was knocked out on their yard, in their yard, on their lawn, they came out to help me and they wrecked their car, pulling out to leave like the next day when I went over there. Like when I went over to say thank you and give them flowers. It was probably like 2 days later. I just remember my mom took me and they wrecked their car. We felt horrible about it. This little girl gets saved by this woman and then her car gets wrecked. That's kind of crazy. You got to have your adrenaline up probably after seeing some, bloody person come up to you or someone scratched up saying they got took or they got attacked. Probably have your senses real heightened, but damn. Yeah, give this woman a new car. Shit. I've seen so many cases where that happens, though. Like somebody helps someone and then they get in a car accident right after. Like usually from an assault or an attack. I was like, damn, that kind of happened to me. And then it's just weird because like there's so many stories where that happens. It's like they're probably freaking out. Yeah, because nerves. Yeah, give this woman a car. Fuck. Huh.
Swollen and bruised and like just lacerations down my hand and my arms. And
unfortunately, Maxwell had been down a similar road before, as CBS 17 reported in May 2024, while she worked as a Johnston County school bus driver, caught on camera someone crashing into her bus, seen here, injuring her and multiple kids on board.
But I'm alive, so.
Sorry. You know what's crazy? I've seen this before. And it was like one of those worst crashes things, the compilations. And we were trying to find this one where it was a school bus crash outside of Elgin, which is near here in Austin. I was just trying to find out what was going on with it and if the kids were okay. And in my algorithm, it pops up like school bus crashes. I'm like, what a horrible thing. Like, why do I want to watch this? I didn't realize till it was halfway through. And I was like, Jesus, I go to turn it. I've seen this. I remember. This is crazy. Huh.
Good Samaritan, do you have a purpose? What do you say to things like that?
I don't know. I just thank God I could be where I was. God knows if that girl didn't get away, what would have happened.
Law enforcement caught Gear by 8:15 Sunday night after a 7-hour-long manhunt using drones and K-9 officers. He's charged with first-degree kidnapping and assault and remains locked up on a $2.5 million bond and also under a judge's order not to have any contact with a child.
I don't know who's more lucky, that woman or that kid. Yeah, it was like a movie. A lot was happening. A lot was happening. Damn. Whoo. Okay. So that's an amazing story. That is an amazing story. I can't get over Barbara Jean, though. I really can't. Like, Barbara Jean she was just putting everyone on blast, dude. It was crazy. And the guy making pasta, there's just so much going on the internet. The internet is crazy. and wonderful. And that wedding story was nuts. Oh my gosh. Okay. I think this is actually, hold on. I do have one more. Okay. I don't know who this bitch is. I don't know anything about her. I just know that I kind of love her. Like, I'm pretty sure every guy wants to date her and every girl wants to be her best friend. Because what a creative way to show off your Tinder while also focusing on what's important, and that's ocean life. You guys know how much we love crustaceans. You guys know how much we love shrimp news. When the hoe is here, we do shrimp news. I try to stay in touch with dongle fish and all the things going on in the ocean, but I don't get in it. But I know what's going on in there. So this girl, she's judging. We love charcuterie. This girl is judging Tinder profile. I think it's Tinder. Back when I was single, we didn't have Tinder. So I think that's what that is. If it's something else, I apologize. I'm pretty sure it's Tinder. And she's showing off all the dudes she sees with fish. And she's rating them. And I love her. Watch this.
This is one of the better fish that I've seen. It's long, it's shiny, it's translucent. It looks like a precious gem. I really like your fish. This one upset me. I don't think it was a flattering picture of you or of your fish. I wish you would have chosen a different angle. I hate this fish. This is the worst fish I've ever seen. I hate your fish so much. Too small of a fish. You got 2 fish, so that's pretty cool. I wish you didn't look like that. So scared, but good job for 2 fish. This one confuses me because the body of water where you got the fish is not visible. So I'm mostly just confused, but it is a nice fish. I like this fish a lot. Very long, very slender. I wish you'd put it back. This one isn't a fish, but it's a turtle. I really like your turtle better than most of the fish. Well done. This is one of the better fish that I've seen. It's long, it's shiny, it's translucent. It looks like a precious gem. I really like your fish. This one upset me. I don't think it was a flattering picture of you or of your fish. I wish you would have chosen a different angle. I hate this fish. This is the worst fish I've ever seen. I hate your fish so much.
I do love the voice. I'm letting it play through again, but I love the voice. And I think I agree with her on every fish. Everything she says, I agree with. Very rarely in life do you meet someone where you agree with everything they say. And I agree with everything she says. She could be president. The voice does sound fishy, like she's the fish. The fish themes, I really love Too Much Tuna. In case you haven't seen Too Much Tuna, guess what you have? It's a sketch from the Nick Kroll show.
First off, OJ did it.
And they have too much tuna. And so I love anything fish related pretty much. I want to be her. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm pretty sure everybody wants to. I'm pretty sure that she's also one of those people. It's like, I don't think anyone wants to date her. They just want to take care of her. Like, I want to make sure she's okay. I just want to be her best friend. I don't want to taint her purity. I don't want to get her in trouble with the law. I feel like she could be like the next Mr. Rogers. There's something about her and her accuracy of this fish situation. And some people, you can't even make this into a euphemism. Like, she's genuinely, everything she's saying about these fish are true. She could be a politician, a litigator, my best friend, a server.
Too small of a fish. You got 2 fish, so that's pretty cool. I wish you didn't look like that. So scared, but good job for 2 fish. This one confuses me.
Okay, I have to go back because so scared. He does look scared. Yes, she is gas fishing. Nobody's catfishing this woman. She is gas fishing. There is fish judging. She's David Attenborough of dating. A lobbyist. She would be a great lobbyist for deep sea fishing, for the Anglers Association, a fish podcaster. A podcaster. She probably okie noodles.
Look like that. Was so scared, but good job for two fish. This one confuses me because the body of water where you got the fish is not visible. So I'm mostly just confused, but it is a nice fish. I like this fish a lot. Very long, very slender. I wish you'd put it back. This one isn't a fish, but it's a turtle. I really like your turtle better than most of the fish. Well done. This is one of the better fish that I've seen. It's long, it's shiny, it's translucent. It looks like a precious gem. I really like your fish. This one upset me. I don't think it was a flattering picture of you or of your fish. I wish you would have chosen a different angle. I hate this fish. This is the worst fish I've ever seen. I hate your fish so much. Too small of a fish.
I hate your fish so much. I do wonder if she messaged this to people. Now, look, StreamYard has done the thing. StreamYard doesn't care that it's my birthday week. It does look like a slug. Anyway, Fish Girl is great. Next time we do fish crimes, I would like to find, maybe she judges more fish. You know, maybe we could find some stuff on her and the fish situation. Okay. It's time to show you my presentation. I hope you're ready. I hate your fish so much. StreamYard is disrespectfully yours. By the way, I've been thinking about it, and I'd like to add disrespectfully to my vocabulary instead of respectfully. So you know how people are like, respectfully, I would do it this way. I've decided, why are we only announcing when we're being respectful? What if I'm talking to someone with self-diagnosed autism and I need them to know that I'm being disrespectful, just in case you're not catching my tone, because I know you like to pretend you can't understand body language. I'm directly telling you, with no due respect, disrespectfully and disdainfully, please get the fuck out of my chair. Stuff like that. You are not a moon. You're a good person. Let's normalize. I hate that shit. Let's normalize. No, nothing we do is normal. Stop normalizing. Nothing is normal. None of what's going on around us right now is fucking normal. We are in a wackadoo, nut job, bizarro fucking third level of the universe where somehow the fucking orange bone-spurred fat-ass rapist from that fucking shitty show in the 90s is now the fucking president. We got a fucking tostada married to Cheryl Hines giving everyone listeria. Okay? We got Kash Patel. You literally squeeze him and his eyes shoot out like one of those fucking dolls for when you're stressed. At this point, I think he kidnapped Nancy Guthrie. Like, I don't, like, our FBI is so fucked. If they were a fish, I'd say, I hate your fish. He looks like a fucking tostada. Okay? A tostadito. Trying to turn the goddamn food pyramid upside down, getting rid of daylight savings when we've been saving our entire lives. I'm sick of this shit. Making me pay back student loans they were supposed to forgive. The only reason I went back is because they said, you get it for free. And now I'm fucked. This is all horseshit. So stop saying normalize. There is no fucking normal. Hey, let's radicalize being stupid as fuck. How about that? Instead of normalizing things, let's start radicalizing doing crazy shit. When we see something crazy, let's make a big fucking deal out of it. When we see something outrageous going on, how about we scream about it from the rooftops till they fucking stop? We should normalize not opening doors for each other because you don't want to reflect a gender bias. No. Radicalize that shit. Make a huge fucking deal if someone doesn't open the door for you. Be like, you fucking animal. What are you, a monster? And then when you open a door for someone, be like, here you go. I'm opening the door for you, and make a big fucking deal out of it. I'm going to make a big fucking deal, you rabbit. Dude, look at Rabbit's profile. I love that. That's that woman. Is it San Antonio Express News? First time I saw her mugshot. I love her so much. She's so short. It's at the very bottom. Yeah, let's all act like Ernie's dad. Okay? Let's all act like Ernie's dad, and let's just look what I got you. A napkin. Don't say I have never did any shit for you, you fucking bitch, when someone sneezes. That pic is the best. Yeah, that's a mugshot, and the lady's really tiny. And so it makes it do its square, but Rabbit's picture, the original, it's blue for a whole nother square on top. She's at the very bottom of a rectangular mugshot picture. She's just at the very bottom center, and it's incredible. And Rabbit made it her profile picture, and it kills me every time. It almost cut her off because she's so short. Like everybody else, their tatas would be like above where her head is. She's so tiny. God damn, I can't even remember what she did. Rabbit, do you remember what she did? Rabbit found out her name, didn't you? I can never remember. Dude, I wonder if she even knows. Like, it was in the San Antonio Express News, and then on Facebook, and then the comments under it was just everybody being like, yo, and people just roasting it. And she's smiling all goofy as hell. Someone's like, come get your Tia. Her name is Bootleg Pantaloons. God, you found her? Dude, what's her name? Dox her right now. We need to know. Okay. So this is going to be the cutoff before we get into some Olney stuff. Okay. We're going to do like an hour tops of that. We're going to take it a little at a time because it's intense. There's a lot here. Okay. But I'd like to thank you for being here tonight.
We had a lot of fun tonight with mental illness.
Okay. With mental illness. I don't know why I did that. Hold on.
We had a lot of fun tonight with mental illness.
There we go. That's the fully. Okay. Never forget that.
First off, OJ did it.
Okay. And in case you were like, oh no, how terrible. We can't see you. Oh, I don't know if I can handle this. Maybe I need to abnormalize it. To you, I say,
the Dow right now is over. The Dow is over $50,000.
Okay. And I would go to the Revere Flea Market, Mia, but somebody at the Revere Flea Market was flirting with my sister.
Maggie, I'm not doing this.
What? No, you were flirting with my sister.
I was flirting with your sister.
Yes, you were flirting with my sister.
What? Get over here! Get out of here. Fuck you. Maggie.
Okay. So don't do that. I'd like to remind you, if you love what you see on this channel, go ahead and click like. And if you hate it, click dislike and call me names in the comments. Say horrible things to me. Say, get your shit together. Go full, was it Deborah Jean or Barbara Jean? Go full her on me, okay? You need to confess your sins to the Lord our God. I don't even know if you're proper ready. Are you ready for Judgment Day? Shit like that and stuff like that, okay? And also, I'd like to remind you, Hoogan's getting poked this week. Hoogan's getting poked this week. We're going to find out what's up. What's in that lump, Hoogan? Okay? So say a prayer for my Hoogies. Please. And listen, if sound aggravated, it's because...
Oh, I have not smoked all day. I'm about to flip the out. Smoke what? Weed. What do you think? I haven't smoked all day long. What are you going? You need drug rehab? No, not really. I like to smoke about this time of the day. And all this is keeping me to where I can't go do it. Now, I'm gonna go do it. You're strung out on weed?
You know, sometimes you got to be strung out on weed. Okay? Okay? Thank you for clicking the like button, Mia. This hits too close to home. He's so romantical, I know. No, we haven't even gotten there yet. You know me, it takes 2 hours before I get to the fucking point. And it doesn't help that I'm about to do this. Because it's pee-pee break time.
你好 Jack 我改变主意了我到这里来找
把手给我闭上眼睛快闭上！上来，抓住栏杆，闭上眼睛，别偷看。
我没偷看。
跨到栏杆上，抓住了，抓紧点，眼睛闭好了吗？相信我吧。
我相信你。
好了，睁开眼睛。
我飞了，这个。
来，伸出手，我拉你回来。
们彻底毁灭它之后，就献给伟大的 Sagaras。
你的挣扎毫无意义，命运之轮已经开始旋转。
如此。
All right, the timestamp is officially 2 hours and 11 minutes in. I don't like that. I need it to be 2 hours and 15. Please send us the picture of your husband's fish. You can blur his face out. But I feel like we deserve to see the fish. Show me the fish. Show me the fish. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. Show me your fish. Da-da-da-da. Do you mind if I say I would like to see your husband's fish, please? Excuse me. If you want to be in this cult anymore, you better trout up, bitch. I'm so sorry. Whoa. That's a dark side of me I didn't want you guys to see. Trout up. Gang, gang. Show me that fish. Let me see that fish thing. I'm on a mission to see you fishing. No, but for real, let me take a look at that short. What kind of fish? What kind of fish he got? Tell us all about it, or show us a picture, please. For the very least you could do is show us his fish. We don't ask for much. You're 20 minutes behind. You can't even hear my cries. My fish cries. My white violent fish cries. My white passing violent fish cries. How did that happen? We will wait 20 minutes for you to catch up. I'd like to see this fish you speak of. I find it hard to believe your husband caught a fish with his bare hands. Did he okie noodle? Dude, if you're hubby okie noodles, you are from the swamp, aren't you? Is it long or short? Is it slick? Is it ugly? What kind of fish? Let me see this fish. Did you eat it? Was it tasty? Okay. We've got a lot to talk about with this Olney case. The Olney neighborhood. Some people get weird about how we say it. They're like, that's not how it's pronounced. Then others go, no, you said it right. Look, I don't know what I'm saying most of the time, but I'm trying my best. Okay? So be gentle. I'm trying my best, so please be gentle with me. Okay? Here we go. I'm going to show you some stuff about this Olney house to catch you up in case you missed it. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay. But I have a whole playlist with every single chopstick dragon, a succulent Chinese meal. I'm so sorry. I need it. I got 80 more seconds, or how many seconds? What's time? I've got 35 more seconds to kill, and then I can say it's 2 hours and 15 seconds on the dot is when the gabagool begins. I need a quick 30-second video. I need a quick 30-second video. Ooh, I've got one. Here we go. Okay, perfect timing. All right, so this house, essentially, long story short, is we have a house in the Olney neighborhood of Philadelphia, okay? And this house gets raided 95 times in the past couple of months. It's been like 2 or 3 months, okay? Because in the area where Jamaica kicked that guy in the chest earlier, in that area of town, this fool gets pulled over with a woman in his car for fucking around, doing hood rat shit with his friends. His name's Eugene Horsch. He's disgusting looking. You'll see him in a minute. What does he have on him? He has guns. He's got drugs. He's got fucking everything you can imagine. A DEA badge, not DEA, by the way. He's fucked up out of his mind. He's got a woman with him who's terrified. They're both, I believe, inebriated or something. And she's also got the ID of a missing woman on her person. And she presents it as if it's her. The missing woman is named Blair Tonzelli, and she was last seen August 1st, 2022 in the Kensington area. According to the Charlie Project, at the time of her disappearance, she associated with a man named Raymond who lived in the neighborhood of Olney and sold marijuana. She would drop out of sight to go see him and then return home eventually. Well, Raymond happens to be Eugene, who got pulled over and has Blair's ID's dad, who died last year. But he was alive in 2022, and he had a marijuana grow house inside of the home that they raided. In fact, he'd been busted before in the 70s with a grow house and again in like the 90s. So I believe it was twice. So his son gets popped with all this shit on him. And then Blair Tonzelli's ID pops up. And she's not the only woman missing from Kensington. There's a lot of women missing in Kensington who in some way or another seem to be affiliated with either Eugene or his father, Raymond, RC, who made a lot of disgusting porno / shock horror, BDSM, gore, and borderline snuff films in addition to actual snuff films, apparently. But he died last year. And his son gets pulled over and they raid the house. And boy, do they find a little bit of everything. It's a nightmare. They had to cut the pipes. It's disturbing. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you some news footage from that we didn't get to see last time. And this is, again, this investigation started, excuse me, over 2 months ago. And there's this attorney named Shaka Johnson, which is a fucking cool name. Shaka Johnson. Sounds dope as fuck. Sounds like a detective from like a Tarantino movie. Anyway, this woman did a report 6 days ago from Philly Live. This is the most recent update of this investigation. Because thus far, they've discovered hundreds of thousands of video files, audio files, hand-drawn notes, pictures, crazy shit. And they've only gone through 5 to 7% of it. And so far, they found 2 basically snuff films of 2 missing women. And they don't have a body. And because of what the father did, making films like that, while the coroner said obviously these women are dead here and they're alive at the beginning and there's stuff that happens that greatly disturbed the detectives, they need a body or they need some proof. So they tore this house up. 95 search warrants. It is crazy. People are saying he's the next Gary Heidnik. I would argue Picton because of who they chose to pick up. Vulnerable women, women who wanted to be in the movies, women who had drug addictions, and some women who were just trying to score a little pot. And there were a lot of victims who maybe perhaps were not necessarily murdered by them, but some of their friends are suspicious. And I would argue that it was murder because they were supposed to be taken care of and they were neglected. One was allowed to sit in a fire being an amputee who was a recovering drug addict with no caretaker. And she said she was terrified because Eugene was going to be her caretaker because she had been allegedly dating RC. She lived in the house with them and he died. And she ended up getting really sick after the fire. And we're going to talk about her today. And I'm going to show you this young lady and why I think her death needs to be investigated more. And they absolutely, the police would. And that's a great question. The police would. They might not tell us that though, but the police would. And what's concerning is like when they're using a missing woman's ID and then there's video of other missing women. And then another one of the missing women was RC's ex-wife who was last seen there. So many of these women go missing after they were last seen there. To me, it's very Robert Picton. But let's watch this news update for a little bit. And then I'm going to show you some of the stuff I found online. And today, we're going to focus on one victim in particular. And then as we go on with further episodes, we'll talk about each one or potential alleged victim, if you will, because here's the shitty part. They can't charge Eugene yet without proof that he did it. Aside from the video evidence, they need some sort of physical evidence. And this is a giant hoarder house situation. And there were multiple gallon drums of whatever. They can't even figure out what half these fucking chemicals are. Also, he was buddies with RC was allegedly buddies with a crematorium guy who helped him with one of his movies. He was also buddies with the DA's office and a lot of cops, and he was buddies with the mafia, the bikers. Like, he was very well connected there. He seemed to be until his death last year a well-known figure in the drug dealing game with a degenerate son. And that's true. But I believe this is the same office that Ken Maines might have come from, so I trust it. Philly strong. All right, so let's see this update. This is the most recent update as of 6 days ago.
Very, very well. Talking to attorney Shaka Johnson. Shaka, first of all, thank you for making time for us here on Philadelphia Live. We appreciate your insight.
You're most welcome. Thank you for having me.
So I know that you have been keeping up with this case as well. It's one of those things that's kind of tickling all of our brains because every detail that we learn. I keep saying it feels like a horror novel or a movie. So
It does.
today we had this press conference where now they reveal these images, and I know you've worked in forensics before. So I guess my first question for you is, with this kind of information, these pictures, would this be considered a breakthrough in the case? What more could they try to look for to pin this on someone like Eugene Horsch?
Well, actually, it sounds like more than a breakthrough. It sounds like the case has taken a hard left.
Wow.
This case originally began with drugs and guns and illegal weapons and fake IDs and perpetrating imagery of federal agents. And it began one way. And then at some point during the course of the investigation, it's turned into a missing persons / homicide investigation. I think it was Commissioner Evers who indicated during the press conference, this is something like an issue of first impression for the Philadelphia Police Department, even with their learned homicide detectives. This is something out of a movie, it seems. You have an investigation that starts with one thing, and after they keep peeling back the layers and peeling back the layers, and then now you have a gentleman who lives in a house, and there's video that the police seem to think was taken in that house with what medical examiners and forensic pathologists are saying are dead bodies in those videos, or are likely dead bodies in those videos. And so this has taken a hard left, and I applaud the police department for reaching out to their federal partners, realizing that this is a very tall task, and they're going to have to do a collaborative effort with some of their law enforcement brothers and sister agencies.
So when you worked in forensics, you'd get out to a scene like this one. They got out to the home, and I think the first thing they did was dig up the yard. If you could put yourself in their shoes, what kind of stuff would you be looking for? And what would help you in your investigation?
Well, you have to think about what they're doing now, right? They're looking in the plumbing. That is, you have to, if a body was at this particular property at 417 True Avenue, what we know is it had to be disposed of in some form or fashion. It's a little too easy to see cremains sitting in urns and say, well, maybe those are the people we're looking for. That's a little bit easy. And so I heard Commissioner Evers say that they're looking in the plumbing. They're checking the plumbing traps. There is a questionable liquid there that may be a corrosive material that they're having tested. That's significant, because if the bodies are not able to be discovered, you have to begin to wonder then how were they disposed of? These are all questions that have to be answered, and they don't have to be answered in any particular order. You just have to get the answer to these questions, and a thorough investigation will start to unpack that for you.
And let me ask you this, because I asked you over the phone when we were trying to determine where we would take this interview. So one of the things that I was really interested in is you find photos, but you don't find a person, you don't find a body. So how do you link the two so that you can further the investigation?
Well, think about it. These people, these women were not missing for a little bit of time. I believe the commissioner said one was missing since 2018, and I think the other since 2012. So these are not missing persons who have been going for a little bit of time. So when you factor in how long that these women have been missing, have not contacted their loved ones, haven't spoken to their family, haven't surfaced anywhere, they've left no digital footprint anywhere, and we live in a digital world. They have been off the grid for a very long time. To see them in a video that, if it has not been altered, they appear to be deceased, I think that is absolutely a step toward probable cause for a warrant for arrest of Mr. Horsch. Now, I think it's also critical.
I also agree, but I'm not an attorney. I think there's ways that one can authenticate such a film, and depending on where it was filmed is more than likely the reason for all those search warrants, right? If he filmed any of this in the house, which they likely did, I'm going to guess they did, in or around the property, right? Because, I mean, where else would they do it without getting caught? Ideally, the police would check on it, go find whatever room it was in, and whatever they see in the video that caused these young ladies to to pass. For example, if something happens and they see that there is blood on the carpet in the video or on a bed, you know, or if anything gets on the wall, they can then go check that exact area for the DNA. And with the way Parabon is just locking down, I mean, they are Parabon, Nanolabs, Othram, Colleen Fitzgerald, all of it, CC Moore, genetic genealogy, it's amazing technology, what we're working with now. But Duty Ed has talked a lot about the medvac. I guarantee you those 95 search warrants were not just for the outside of the house. They were not just for the chemicals in the basement. It's going to be for everything. And I guarantee you they have a lot to medvac. Yes, we're on the Olney house. But I do think that there are ways of authenticating whether or not that is a real video. And if they can prove it, especially with the forensic examiner explaining like, hey, a forensic medical examiner explaining like, this is what a body would do when this happens. It's extremely rare to replicate it to this degree, like stuff like that. And if they can even get a fiber on it, there's so much they can do. They have to be able to draw a line to one of these women because it would be absurd. I mean, to me, it's like being handed it on a silver platter, but then at the same time, if the DA is demanding physical evidence, I think Kelly Siegler could make a good circumstantial case out of this personally, but we'll see.
That Mr. Horsch has been living at this property for a very, very long time. Prior to him, his father lived at that property until his recent passing just last year in 2025. And so it's not a situation where someone else lived there or this is a rental unit. This is somewhere that he has legacy and family ties with for decades. And so when you have a video that police seem to believe, and they'll have to prove this, of course, but that video was taken in that property. And I'm also made to understand that there were videos of those women alive. So if you have videos of the women alive, and then videos or photographs purporting to show the women now deceased that are taken at that property that is under your control for the last few decades, I think we're working our way toward probable cause for an arrest for their homicides.
So you're saying it's not that big of a stretch to suggest that if you saw them alive, now you see them dead, and it's possibly in the same area, it's not that big of a stretch to say you may have done it.
Well, you may have had something to do with it, and what they're looking for now, with respect to going back, they have served 95 warrants, search warrants on this one property. 95 search warrants. So I really just want you to understand the scope and the magnitude of the undertaking that's happening right now. Almost 100 search warrants. So they are really making every effort at dotting I's and crossing T's. And they're back again now, looking at some other portions of this particular property where I think were just walking back and forth before. Now that we know that there's perhaps a corrosive material that obviously has a different effect on body and bone and tissue and whatnot. And so they're looking in some other places with hopes of finding microscopic bone, with hopes of finding dental matter, with hopes of finding human tissue, because they want.
Yes, and they're actually cutting open the pipes specifically. And I'll show you pictures of that in a minute.
To be able to put forensically those women in that property.
I'm glad you went over the numbers, because now I want you to put your attorney hat on. So 95 search warrants, they're looking into 600,000 images, 70,000 videos, and we're hearing 10,000 pages of writings, manuscripts, and even drawings in this case. As an attorney, if you hear the police have that kind of evidence that they're looking into, what's going through your head?
Well, that just tells me there's a treasure trove of information that potentially may do something. But it really doesn't if I have my attorney hat on the way in which I always do. Those numbers don't frighten me initially because I haven't heard of any evidence linking Mr. Horsch directly to those women's disappearance. Or you have to put Mr. Horsch at the property at the time those women were killed, if in fact respectfully, those women are in fact deceased. And so I think it moves the needle, right? I'd be misleading you if I didn't tell you it doesn't move the needle, but it certainly is not a slam dunk, as is the saying. But it does move the needle for probable cause.
So this just pisses me off, if I'm being honest with you. That, like, just so you know, like, this is an attorney speaking on it, but the police said the same thing. The police said the same thing. They said, you know, no body, no crime, which is insane. But I get it. That's the way it is. Now, there is a CBS documentary called R.C. Horsch's Books and the Only House of Horrors, and I'll link it below because I cannot play that. But I do think it is a very, very interesting perspective, and it just dropped. And I do have, here we go. I wanted to show you some of the live footage from the house when they were raiding it. This is, you're going to hear like a helicopter basically. But just to get an idea of this house, what it looks like on the outside. Here we go. So this is, let me make it nicer. Oh, not playback speed. I want it to be quality. Okay, here we go. There we go. So if you look on Google's Maps, if you look on Google Maps, there's a lot of plants out here and shrubbery. And in the back, it's like a wooden fucking shack mess. Not like levitating shack, but like Eeyore depression shack, like 1,000 of them. It's very strange. And Hudson actually sent me a picture of a screenshot of a couple in the backyard at one point in the past in this like wooden maze of a shack, which is so weird. And we'll look at it. And I've also found some interesting stuff of some women, one from San Antonio of all places, who moved up there into this house, legally changed her name to a different name with the last name Horsch. And then I can't find any trace of her anymore. And it's very strange. And I am looking further into it. And I might just send it in. But it's very strange how many women have their address tied to this house briefly. And how some of them legally changed their name but were never married to either of these fools. And then the one who was married to him, to RC, disappears, and that's Amy McHale, after a fight with him while inebriated. And her daughter was the last to speak to her, I believe. Yeah, he does look like Sven Gotch. He's terrifying looking. Hello, Sister Wendy. Nice to see you. Yeah, he's so spooky. Another woman was last seen going over there, I think to smoke weed or something. Another one used RC to buy pop from. And then she ends up missing. And then her ID, that's Blair. Her ID ends up. Or she just ended up going over there for God knows what reason. I believe it might have been pot. And then the one we're going to talk about in a minute was basically RC's live-in girlfriend. I'm going to play this for you while I pull up her stuff. But this is the house helicopter view. Okay, here. Okay, let's pause it for a second. Give me 1 second. Okay, so you can see they've clearly got a lot going on here. Everything's shut down. They have a mobile crime lab. Yeah, it's an ugly roof. It's a bad roof. So I want to talk to you about this woman right here. Let me pull her up so you can see. Let me remove that. And let me take that down. Here we go. I apologize. I've been talking a bit and my throat is a bit raspy. Oh, let me take that fucking banner down. It's very distracting. Hold on. Very distracting. You guys can read. I think the thing in the corner is too small, but it doesn't matter. It's fine. You don't have to donate. But if you want to, it's HoogansDad on all my shit. But no Venmo. We're not doing that anymore. But let me take this down because I don't like banners. I forget to turn it off sometimes, and it'll be like, enjoy this song by Dad's Boyfriend or by Derek Carney. And then it's like still scrolling while other shit's going on, and I forget. So I apologize. Where is it? I'm a mess. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So, no, and they're keeping it locked down, but I think I found some pictures. Yeah, they are definitely looking for bodies, okay? We're talking about a house in Philadelphia that is terrifying. I recommend going back, but it's the Olney house. It's in Philadelphia where a guy got busted with a fake DEA badge. Oops, that's the wrong one. Dang it. And drugs and guns and a lady with a missing woman's ID. And then they're like, hey, why do you have that? And then they raid his house and it's just a shit show. Okay? It is a shit show. All right, we'll just do the window to the wall. Okay, good. Let me see. That one. There we go, finally. Okay. So this woman, her name is Krista Killen. Killen. I know. Killen. Now, this is her birth given name. She's a lovely lady. She has beautiful bangs. She kind of looks a little goth. She looks very young. Okay, now if you remember what RC looked like, he looked like a bag of fried ass. He just looks terrible. He's terrifying looking. Now, this specific picture of Krista, the reason I'm showing it to you is because the pictures of the girls that the press has shown, some of them have been like mugshots and unflattering and things like that. Rude. Others have been from their private Instagrams and very, very old. It doesn't reflect what they look like more recently. But the reason I'm showing you this picture and what I like about it is because the photographer Jeffrey Stockbridge, I think he also wrote this blog, but basically there's this Kensington Blues blog and news site where they report on recovery and people from Kensington who get clean and they get their life back together. And it was really heartbreaking reading the stories of these young addicts and how they conquered so much stuff. They've been through so much stuff, near-death experiences. Some of them had to be Narcan back to life. Like, it's so sad. And they profiled Krista because she was doing such a great job with her recovery. She's getting her life back together. She has beautiful tattoos. Look at those flowers. And this is a picture of her healthy, getting her life back together. So this was in 2014, okay? So this is Krista in 2014. Now, a few years later, and let me put it up so that you can, hold on, give me 1 second. Because I want to pull it back up so that you can see her while I tell you this. Because this is fascinating. It's sad, but it's true. And it's fascinating and it's it's just it's a shame, but it's also like, holy shit, these guys were monsters. So, Krista, let me tell you a little bit about her, because I start going through to research her, and she was clearly going through a rough time. And I saw a lot of comments online, and some of them, I showed you one, I think last week, where it's Amy McHale, one of the missing women, who is RC's ex-wife, and she's commenting about what a great guy he is and how wonderful he is. And then she ends up missing a few years after she made that comment online, never to be seen again, never to be heard from again. So, Krista Killen, I'm going to read you a little bit from an article about her. While an array of different women cycled through the Olney property, often for brief stretches, Killen was an old-timer. She first appeared in Raymond's 2003 movie Slaves and watched him eat a raw steak and drink prop blood out of a wine glass for one scene. This is the IMDb for Krista. She has her own IMDb. Transgressions in 2021 and a movie called Whore in 2017. Again, these are the types of movies that RC made. So, as you can see, she was a writer in one and starred in it. She's on the cover, I believe. I'll show you the cover. This is one of RC's films. So, this is one of the movies. And as you can see, it's just him and her. And as you can see, she plays herself. And the title of the character is The Whore. So these are the types of movies he made. Sadomasochistic, bondage, BDSM is what they call it, okay? So she made 2 movies with him. Now, these movies were back in 2017 and 2021, okay? I'm not going to keep that up. I want you to see this picture of her. But she met him in 2003 in another movie called Slaves. She had one scene. Years later in Raymond's 2017 documentary, so fast forward, right? 14 years she's known Raymond at this point. The documentary Whore, he filmed Killen using drugs and describing her own behavior as a slow suicide. Killen reflected back on her scene with Raymond in Slaves and said she had wondered, is he going to effing kill me? This is a movie, he reassured her. I don't want you to be scared. Killen lived off and on in the Olney house while continuing to perform risky sex work. This is what the article says. She ran errands for Raymond when his eyesight deteriorated. She drove him around in an aging Chrysler luxury sedan. He would get upset when she left. He once posted a Facebook photo of Killen in a withdrawal, doubled over on a toilet, just to get back at her, according to a friend. Killen never feared Raymond would harm her, but she worried about what might happen if she was left alone in the house with Eugene, his son, the one who just got busted, and all this stuff kicked off because of it. Krista was always fearful that if something happened to Ray or if he passed away, Eugene would not know what to do and would not know how to control himself, said Danielle Wynn, 46, a longtime friend of Killen's. Krista Killen lived at the Horsch home on and off since 2016 until her death last year. Courtesy of Killen's friend, in late 2024, after a years-long infection in Killen's leg, doctors had to amputate it above the knee. Raymond's health was also in decline, and after he died in May 2025, Killen was suddenly alone in the house with Eugene. Again, she's now missing a leg at this point. Ray is dead, and she's alone in the house, vulnerable, one leg, recovering drug addict, trying to, possibly still doing drugs. We don't know. He dies, and now it's her and Eugene, who she's terrified of. 3 days after Raymond's death, a lit cigarette sparked a fire in Killen's second-floor bedroom, where she had moved after losing part of her leg. The blaze destroyed most of her belongings, leaving charred bricks and boarded-up windows. The fire led the police to finding guns and a marijuana grow operation inside the property. Eugene was again jailed. The fire had torn a gash in the roof, which is why the roof looked like shit. and rain pelted into the kitchen and dining room and Killen's bedroom. On August 16th, 2025, 3 months after Raymond passed, she died of a drug overdose. Eugene announced Killen's death on her Facebook page, saying, "Please let everyone know we were in love and we were going to get married," Eugene wrote on her Facebook. Her friend said none of that was true. What a psycho that guy is. What an absolute psycho. So this is her in 2014 when she was recovering and featured in this article. And this is her after living with RC and with Eugene just a few years later. Missing a leg, in a room where water is dripping in on you, you've got infection, you're withdrawing, and your room's just been lit on fire, and there's an absolute psychopath living downstairs. Like, this poor woman. And what's also fucked up, I think, is that I found several comments on Facebook from her friends and her family. And I'm not saying this to shame her. I'm showing you this to shame them. I think they did this to her. They were supposed to take care of her, allegedly. The whole "I'm going to make you a star" thing. Like, these dudes knew her for decades. Taking a picture or a video of her withdrawing and providing her drugs is just, they didn't enable her. They killed her. This is literally just a few years apart. Hello, Diane. Hello, Diane. Nice to see you. What beautiful disaster. So I think they should be held responsible for this death. Now, if you think that part wasn't fucked up. Yeah, she did. She looks so healthy. And then 3 years later, she reconnects with RC, and now look. Oh, it breaks my heart, dude. So here's the thing about Krista. I was reading some of the comments online. I'm not going to show them because they have people's private names, her friends and stuff. I'll tell you in the best of my ability. I'll try to summarize, I guess, the things that I read. First thing I read was that Eugene, it was the day she passed. Everybody was putting RIP Krista. And one of her friends said, "What happened to her? Is there going to be a funeral? Like, what's going on?" And she said, "I believe she was cremated. Eugene had her cremated. He has her ashes. He said he was going to give some to so-and-so. And he gave some to this other person. Someone else said he's keeping them. And he lied and said that they were in love." Keep in mind, this is his dad's friend, partner. She was terrified of Eugene. And Eugene went on her Facebook to announce her death and that they were in love and they were going to get married, which is not true. Yeah, it ravaged her. It was horrible. He used empathy against people, exactly, and they do prey on the weak. That's what one Vic of my old landlord said. She knew him since they were in college. He was the first person in the hospital room when she had her baby, who he later victimized. Yeah, it's often people that are close to them that will take the most advantage of. And you know what's odd is, like, celebrities and shit, how they have their entourage. The people closest to them will take advantage of that. It's always like, there's always someone close. When it's somebody who does this repeatedly, like a repeat offender, they get close to them. And that's another thing that's, to me, it's very Picton, because he didn't kidnap women and bring them to the pig farm. He lured them. He offered them jobs. He offered them drugs. He offered them a place to stay because they were homeless, to party, to get sober, just whatever they needed. He'd provide, he'd say. And then what happened? They're gone. And I feel like that's what they're doing here. And just like Picton, he looks like the motherfucker and he's a piece of trash living in a heap of trash. He's like a millionaire of Garbage Town. Yeah, he owns a pig farm. It's fucking filthy. But he provided pork product for most of Canada, right? Or a good chunk. So they got money like that. They just live like trash. And that seemed to be what was up with the horses. Oh, it does happen a lot. And it's so sad. Like, just one more time, take a look at this woman. Like, she's gorgeous. 3 years, she's in recovery. Look at her. She's beautiful. She's young. She's got her whole life ahead of her. And then boom, 3 years later. Jesus. Yeah, Robert Picton from Canada. Very similar situation. But here's another thing. Some of these missing women, they're also in his movies. And I hate that his name is on something that says something so degrading about a woman who clearly wanted to get better, was trying. She was just fucking dealt a horrible hand, it seemed. She was taken advantage of, and look what happened. I think they need to reinvestigate her death. I personally think that Eugene should be charged with neglect. He was so terrifying looking. He was a fucking creep, dude. Oh, this poor woman. So, Krista, she did have her address listed as the Olney house before she passed, but she's not considered, for some reason, one of their victims, even though I think she should be. And I hope that they're looking back into it. And the fact that this creep's son had control of her ashes is very disturbing. It's just so sad. It's so sad. So some of the other women that we're going to look at in the future, and I wish StreamYard didn't jack me up so you can't see me. I apologize. But it's fine. You can see my likeness here. But I do want to show you. This is Amy McHale, her wedding photo. She was married to R.C. Horsch. She's one of the other missing women. I'm going to show you this picture. Ooh, let me zoom out. Jesus, 400? Come on now. So this is the wedding picture with Amy. She's one of the other missing women. This is 2004. According to the Charlie Project, the night before her disappearance, McHale called her daughter in an intoxicated state, said she was on her way home. Her daughter told her to stay at Raymond's because she was too drunk to safely take the subway home. The next morning, McHale called her daughter and left a message saying she was at Raymond's house and was okay. She has never been heard from again. When asked about her disappearance, Raymond said he and McHale had been drinking vodka together, and eventually he went to bed, and when he woke up, she was gone. They divorced a few years after 2004. This was their wedding picture. As you can see, she's very young. She's very beautiful. He's very old and very creepy. This is what she looked like when she went missing. She looks like your typical soccer mom. She looks like my third grade teacher. And Amy has been missing. And she was his wife. It's absolutely absurd. And she lived there. The Vanished podcast does they do really good coverage of her case. I'll try to remember to link it below. Now, the other woman, Maribel Fresses, let me show you her picture. Hold on one second. Let me tell you about her a little. She was last seen in Kensington in either June or July. Now, this one's different. She was last seen in Kensington at her boyfriend's home in 2018, according to NamUs. She was in the area, but at her boyfriend's home. But she was known, I believe, to go to that house. Although I believe with her family might have said that they had no idea who this guy was. Now, Maribel disappeared in 2018. She was 27 years old. Oh, God, and it's so sad. She kind of looks like Uncle Frank. Jesus Christ. Let me open this so you can see. Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry. Oh, my God. I'm just going to... Fuck it. I'm going to pull up all the pics. Here we go. So Maribel disappeared in 2018. And Gabrielle Amaranda was the other girl who disappeared in 2012. So a full 6 years before. She was 22. These are young girls. They're in their 20s. These are the two women who were on the film that they found that had what essentially was them alive. Something happens, and then they're dead. Graphic and dark photos. It was actually, I believe, video. Showed two missing women seemingly dead in a Philly home as police find 10,000 pages of drawing. It's 70,000. Anyone who believes a missing loved one may have connection to the residents is also urged to contact police. I'll put the number below on this video too. But these are the women. Very young, very beautiful, vibrant young ladies. Kensington area. And boom, gone. And then there's video of them in RC in Eugene's house. And it's of them being alive, and then something happens, and then they're dead. And until they can find proof or their bodies or just any physical evidence, they're worried that it might not be enough to charge. Now, the attorney we watched earlier maintained that it could be enough probable cause. I hope so. And I want to show you the other young lady. Now, this is the woman whose ID the one lady had. When she got pulled over by the cops with Eugene, or Eugene got pulled over, and the young lady that was with him was using this woman's ID. This is Blair Tonzelli. I wish they would show more than just that picture of her. She was last seen August 1st, 2022 in Kensington, according to the Charlie Project. She was associated with a man named Raymond. He lived in the neighborhood of Olney and sold marijuana, and she would drop out of sight to go see him and then eventually return home. Raymond, aka RC, his son gets pulled over, and a different woman has Blair's ID years and years after she goes missing. This is very concerning. And here's another. This is actually Amy McHale. And they don't have any body for Blair either. They just have the ID. So that's what's going on. And now they're trying to figure out. These are the four women. Here, let me make this big. Blair Tonzelli, Amy McHale, Gabriella, and Maribel. And Gabriella and Maribel are in that video. So we know that they're passed, but there's just no proof. Blair's ID, and then Amy was married to one of them and goes missing. Last seen there. So these are the 4 that everybody's like, okay, these are, it's definitely looks like something happened to them at these guys' hands. I would also argue, though, that Krista Killen is a victim of theirs. And there are countless others that people are saying, hey, maybe they could be responsible for this one. It's possible. There's a lot. Some people think Christina Crespo. The Christina Crespo case could be one of the cases they're responsible for. I also found a comment from someone named Undercut Rapunzel. Supposedly had a friend who owned a crematorium. That's how he was able to make the movie where a woman overdoses and he films her being cremated. He goes on to say, I'm so creeped out by this case. It's disturbing. And he does, in fact, have a movie filmed at a crematorium. And he's bragged to others who have relayed this on Facebook that RC had crematorium buddies and was able to cremate a body. Here's what's weird, and I'm glad you said that. So he lived in this house since the mid to late 90s. The house he lived in before was on I believe it was like a Mount Airy Drive or Airy Drive in the early 90s. And what's weird is Christine Belusco, Staten Island Jane Doe, had last been seen at the Mount Airy Lodge in the early 90s. And I'd like to see how far away that is because she was tortured pretty brutally. And she was tied up in a way that it would be considered bondage. And it just really bothers me. And seeing Airy in his old address, RC's in Eugene's, freaked me the fuck out. And for them to get the fuck out of town right after Christine's found is very weird to me too. But I have no other links to her case besides just that pure speculation. But I do think it's odd. So there's that. All right, guys, I think we're going to stop there because I have a lot of stuff to do. Mookie's has appointments this week. I'm going to try not to be stressed and remember we blessed. This is a really fucked up case, though. And we're going to keep going with it. I'll keep showing you some more stuff. I'm going to try to get some pics from inside the house. We're going to do a little Gray Hughes moment. Look around it on a map. Check out that map. R.I.P. to Hayden Panettiere. That's so sad. Julia Stiles. She's at it again. I apologize. Very tragic thing. Poor girl. She was beautiful. Thank you very much. Oh my gosh. I will pray for your doggo. I'll pray for your Hoogan. My Hoogan will pray for your Hoogan, Miss Haynes. You think about my Hoogan, hold him safe in your heart. I appreciate you. And I love you. And I'm thinking of you kids. Sister Wendy, Megan and Megan, Satan. Thank you guys, everybody, for coming out tonight to watch my presentation show. You are the best. And for that, I will show you some sillies. Prayers for the fur babies. Thank you. God bless. Thank you. God bless. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a stream tomorrow, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try the next day on my birthday, my actual birthday. And I love you very much. You're now invested. I'm going to put a thread on Reddit. And I'm going to post everything I can collect on there so that we can dig into this some more. But thank you very much. Prayers up for the Hoogans. It's just one address. And it's on Chew Street. Let me get the exact address. I think it was like 417 Chew. Let me double check. Yeah. Oh, hold on. I can't remember the exact one. Chew Avenue. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's West Chew. Oh, 400 block of West Chew Avenue. So just type in 400 West Chew Avenue. It's on the corner. I hope so too. I hope that they use all the techniques. All the techniques. They are. And these sick motherfuckers. You know? Ugh. Nasty bastards. But anyway, we're going to end it there. I think we should end on something positive, though. I think we should end on something silly. So it's not all doom and gloom. What do we do here? What do we do here? What is this? Where am I? Where am I? I'll put my banner back up. Fuck it. If you guys want to like and subscribe, you can do that. If you want to unsubscribe and click down and call me names, you can do that. If you'd like to donate to us, we're no longer using Venmo. Me and Hoogs are using Cash App and PayPal at HoogansDad. And let me get you a little see you later, Hoogan Gator. A little good vibes video. Maybe something like this.
We had a lot of fun tonight with mental illness.
Or maybe something old school. Maybe something a little like this.